Last time on Wild West, The Reckoning, Spirit Chasers, having taken the Black Lagoon south towards San Francisco, were randomly attacked by an enemy ship known only as the Fisherman's Wife. Battle ensued, and ultimately, the Mind Flare captain was defeated. Shortly after that, with several days remaining in their travel, they watched a strange metallic tube like device crash into the ocean. They eventually went to inspect the wreckage and found a survivor, an individual claiming to be a member of the Japanese Imperial Navy from the year 1945. They allowed him to stay upon this boat, offered him a little bit of shelter, spoke to him, got to know the man, heard his story. And then they made it to San Francisco. And that's where we're going to pick up.
Land! So-
Aaron's been keeping his eye on that man. I just want it said retroactively.
Never thought I'd
Okay.
be happy to see the coast again.
You guys would end up coming into
His
that
pants.
that little
It's too
sort
late,
of.
game.
It's too late. You already came. Hold on.
Hold on.
There you go. All right. You guys would have gone into the the San Francisco Bay Area, and as you can see on the map, you guys would be parked somewhere around like this dock right over here. Um, the city, obviously not quite as large as it is in modern times, but it is rather bustling. You would notice as you prepare yourselves for disembarking the ship as they're sort of like bringing Kothar up from below decks. And also, I believe, yeah, you guys also disassembled the cart and put that below deck as well, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
All through
So-
also
together.
egg.
Also, the egg, yes, which you have been
How long
taken
has
care
that
of.
left on there?
How long? It's been a bit since you got the egg. Um, I've got a plan for that. Don't worry. It's not ready to hatch just yet, but you've been mama
Gestation
birding
period
it pretty
or
good.
Nexus.
So say they'll bring up your Mitsubishi materials, your cart materials, and out onto the dock area so that you could potentially reassemble it, or just. No, yeah, you'd reasonably be able to reassemble it there and then just take it down the dock and into the actual city itself. Um, and the egg and anything else that you guys had stored below decks. And you would notice, surprisingly, a significant presence of Union soldiers.
Oh, thank God.
I mean, this is part of the Union.
It is, yeah. California is
I
part
know,
of the
that's
Union.
why I'm saying thank God, because he said surprising amount.
Oh, I always surprising amount of Confederate soldiers. They've taken
Yeah.
California while you weren't looking.
Oh
It's actually
no.
a surprising amount of Japanese soldiers.
Aaron looks up. He sees. Oh fuck! Aaron looks up. He
It's on us
sees the
everywhere.
two-headed bear flag of New California and is very confused.
Of New California, get the fuck out of here. No.
Gotta find the rose of Sharon Cassidy.
If I take a damn.
But yeah, you know what? Let's see. We'll use someone else's token this time. Let's use Walter. We're gonna use Walter's.
As
You're
is
over-
tradition.
Walter time.
Walter time. You guys are over here on this little part, which is one of the wharfs or whatever. I think it even has a name. I think it says General Wharf or some shit like that.
No, it's actually just Worf from Star Trek.
Yeah,
I
it's
think
just
it's
Wharf.
Central.
Central Wharf. Yeah, there you go. I can't see. It's kind of blurry for me.
Yeah, it's still very blurry for me as well.
Yeah. Apparently,
Yeah.
they said it'll fix itself if you zoom out to like 50.
Yeah, it
Yeah, I
worked for
did
me.
that when Beck said, but it did the goggles.
Oh, that works for me.
Um, but yeah, you'd all disembark. Aaron, Bruce, Callie, Ed Jarvis, not Marcus, because he's dead. Center.
He's
Walker.
not dead.
Snore, he died. So
Who's,
sad.
who's speaking these lies?
Just for general clarification. This way is north, correct?
I know he got promoted.
Which way
Yes,
is
he's
north?
dead.
This way is north.
Let's look at the compass rose.
Is that even labeled?
Don't-
That
that's in-
is 15 degrees 27 minutes east, which means that's north. Up is north. Is
Up
what
is
that
north.
looks
north.
like.
Straight up is north. Okay.
Oh, wait, that can't be right.
No, that's
Yeah.
It
not.
says North
That's-
Point
that's not.
right here.
Yeah, but
No,
Beck,
I think north is like this way.
Yeah, but that says it's east.
Still doesn't make any sense for in California.
So north should be like what, this way? If this is
let me-
east.
let me-
Well,
well,
isn't San Fran?
that's a certain degrees east. That's not 90 degrees. That's 15 degrees.
Okay, so I guess it would
Wait,
be
is
this
this an
way.
inverse map?
It shouldn't be.
Because
Well, the water.
oh, wait, is this like inside? Well, no, that's in the bay, not the Pacific.
No, San
Yeah.
Fran is like on the north tip of the bay.
Yeah, it's on the
So it still
peninsula.
makes sense.
So hear me out, right? Then up here is south. Then
So would it be the Pacific is this way?
Look, I'm going into Google Earth and comparing the image.
All right. Well,
Things have changed.
mind
Only
you,
sound way to
lot.
know.
this is an image from from
Well, yeah, but I mean the landmass. should
Well,
be-
the San
You know, the
Francisco Bay is
prehistoric
east
era.
of San Francisco,
east of San.
but the Pacific Ocean is on the other side. But we're looking at a map of the northeast corner. Of
Yeah,
San
no,
Francisco.
that's correct. North. This map points north. North is north.
Yes.
Up
Oh,
is
okay.
north.
All right. So this is a correct map.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
it's
it's the
correctly
it's the
ordered.
bay and not the Pacific.
Yeah.
So it's
yeah,
not like a
okay.
bay that goes straight out into the Pacific.
So yeah. So you guys would have gone into the bay.
I need to look at a map of California now.
Yeah, the interstate's gonna come through here. Eventually.
Does Lombard Street exist yet?
I don't know.
It's the only
I-
important question.
I know that this area over here,
Okay. I see
that's
it now.
not currently marked. This is apparently native territory. Like it's like a reservation.
And Lombard Street wasn't until 22. Sad.
Okay,
Um,
I see where it is now. I see where we're supposed to be.
Because on the 1849 map I looked at, this is a whole Indian reservation, and this map is from 1853. So it's probably still there.
So ideally, if we just go directly east here, we're gonna hit the Pacific.
West, but yes.
Yeah, well, yeah.
West,
If you
right.
go
If we go far enough
west.
east, yes, we will hit the Pacific.
eventually,
Yes.
but you'll hit the
Yeah, yeah,
Atlantic
yeah.
first.
How
Also,
about
if we go
went
far enough
directly-
north or far enough south.
Come back right where we were.
Yeah.
Actually,
Yeah,
no,
okay.
we'd have to go too far north that we'd start
We
going
got
south.
to
Never mind.
quickly look at a map because we went we're literally scooped in.
But yeah, so I'll say, after a little bit, your stuff is all like unloaded, and besides assembling the cart, you're free to go wherever you need to go.
We might be able to stay at my grandma's house.
I would say.
Oh shit! You got a grandma?
Ed, you know this.
Why are you doing here?
Oh,
We'll say Dear Granny's house, is on the outskirts of the city, but it's not super far away. It's close enough.
I want to go look at
uh,
Knob Hill.
Want to go look at Knob
It
Hill?
exists.
Well,
Where
that's
is
an
Knob
interesting
Hill?
question though. Because of the reckoning, how many of the stuff was renamed? Different things because different entities would have discovered them.
I mean,
That's a good question.
it
Well-
went in a bit discovery. It hasn't been long enough that
Yeah, the reckoning was in 1842. So
California had already been.
yeah.
San Francisco is
California.
older than that.
Well, how
yes.
about Hollywood then? Los Angeles.
We don't care about Los Angeles at the
We
moment.
don't
The
Yeah,
city of
no way.
angels.
The city of fallen angels, where the ocean meets the sand.
Yeah,
Sorry.
that's actually where all the Azamar are.
Yep. Only the fallen ones, though.
The fallen Asmar.
Oh, Marcus is on his way.
Alright, well, as we land, Jarvis will say this. Well then, I don't mean to sound like a busybody, but I need to make more ammo for my new toy.
I imagine there's definitely some shops on my way to my grand's house, and plus I have to stop off at a kobold caravan office, anyways.
You picking up, receiving, or sending?
Asking to pick up.
Ah,
There's been a few times where
Which
I've gone
reminds
to
me-
reach for something of mine, only to remember it's on my old body.
How did you do that?
ooh, which also reminds me, I should probably check in with my message since I sent one to my folks, seeing how they're doing. Wink, wink at Dylan.
No.
All right. All right. Oh yes, that's right. Yes, I understand what you mean by that wink now. Silly me.
I also want to go to the Kobold Caravan.
Very well. So, I'll just say you make me like a general one of you persuasion check to ask a guy for directions. or
Oh, I
something.
got this.
I will guide him.
That gives me confidence.
He said,
Of
I
guidance.
got this.
Is it a straight roll or is it advantage since it's multiple of us?
Probably has like a +3 persuasion or something. Pretty good.
Yeah. Give you a fucking advantage. Why not?
All right.
It's
We're-
easy
we're
enough,
gonna-
you
we're
just
gonna
ask
find
him where
this.
shit is. Oh, yeah.
Plus a D4.
Plus a D4.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead. Add it. Why not?
Yeah,
Let's
20,
see.
22.
Wow,
That's
you
pretty
just
good.
met the DC.
Oh,
Uh,
DC 22.
DC 22 Kobold Caravan.
Yeah, it's level 8,
Alright,
baby.
so you ask a guy and he's like a random dock worker and he's like, yeah, over and then he just kind of like points in a general direction, which far side of town over there. They only recently set it up. Thinking about making a second one. Oh, hold on. Let me ping it. I don't know if right over here.
Oh, right where there's that giant kobold statue over there. I see it now.
Yeah. Through all of the city buildings. Yeah, you see the
Well,
giant
I'm
kobolds.
just saying that.
Yeah, just get on my shoulders.
But yeah, he's like, yeah, you're gonna want to go down the main market. What does that say? Market Avenue. Yeah, you go down Market Avenue, get to like the last possible right turn, hang a right, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Take the 6th left. And you'll be there.
All right.
Wouldn't it be faster to go this way?
You can't go
No,
through the
not
middle
at
of
all.
buildings, Walter.
Well, you
know if
you guys
there's-
are new here and you don't know your way around. So if I give you too many streets, you'll get lost. Just follow the main thoroughfare.
That's the shady road.
Do you have a map of San Francisco I can quickly like copy?
I don't just walk around with the map of my
Yeah.
home city.
What kind of question is that? Who keeps maps of their
They'll
hometown?
probably
Hold
have a
on,
map
I
at
do.
the caravan office.
Hold on to that thought, guys. As I have Pip and Helfreen go up into the air, go really high.
I mean, he gave good directions. I don't see what
Yeah,
the problem
let's
is.
just go.
Let's just go.
I'm not saying his directions are wrong. I'm saying that it'd be cool to have a map of the place.
I mean, we can
Which
get
I'm
a
getting.
proper map from the Kobold
I
Caravan.
mean, I can give you a future map.
Where the hell are we?
Oh yeah, how does San Francisco look like in the future, Aaron?
Much experience.
Well, remember we talked about the Golden Gate Bridge,
Oh yeah.
Oh,
and
That
there's
must be
also,
weird for you not seeing it.
Yeah. Well, I never actually saw it, but on TV and stuff. Uh,
Does it look just as good as it does on TV?
well, it's not here, and Danny Tanner's not here, and Lombard Street ain't here. Really, what's the point?
Well, is there? What about
Money.
that other thing, Alcamaz?
Alcatraz
That's it.
Ooh.
Oh wait,
The
It's
island's
Alcatraz.
still there.
it's a military base currently, right?
It is a military base. That is correct. It's actually you probably would have seen it on your way into the bay if I'm thinking geographically
Wasn't
correctly.
built
here.
yet.
Oh, it wasn't built yet
No, it was
the
in the
Rock
1900s.
was built in 34.
in 1934.
Yeah.
Oh damn.
Yeah. So much for sightseeing.
All that's here that I know of is Nob Hill. I gotta see Nob Hill. That's where the
Then-
rock went
There, there are a lot of rocks.
when the giant earthquake hit.
Is this a seance you're trying to say to us? Yeah, I just don't understand.
No, you know what an earthquake is.
Of course I do.
Yeah, but what's the earthquake?
Well, I mean, a big earthquake. It destroyed like a bunch of California.
You mean it will?
Well, I mean, it
Is this
it was
something
a
we should be concerned about as of this moment?
Not in
no,
our lifetimes, probably.
no. It was in a
Well,
movie.
actually, oh god, in my lifetime,
Oh.
actually.
Yeah, because I'm gonna die in
How
like
far I go with my stuff, probably.
2
yeah,
years or
Walter.
something.
Walter, when you get to my time, come say hi.
I'll remember that.
When you get to my time,
I'll
come say hi.
I'll take the long way around.
I might have to take the long way around too, Walter. It's okay. I'll be dead by then. though. I'll be dead by my time.
I reckon none of us be dead by the time this is over.
Well, I mean, Death said I'd die soon.
How tall would you say is the tallest building in this area?
Then not
that's a good question.
super tall.
I like
Um,
3 floors at
Out
best.
west like this, not super tall.
Like what, like 3 stories maybe?
Probably 3 stories
Best,
tops.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, because at this time, Helfreen dashing, holding Pip, just so I can get an aerial view of the place, and then they'll slowly come back down as I'm done viewing through Pip's eyes, as I simply just take out a piece of paper and use what is it? A still image using my magical tinkering to essentially do an aerial view of San Fran.
Okay. You make me a perception check to see if you would have spotted any specific landmarks.
Alright. Let's see. Pip doesn't have anything good, so I gotta use myself on my guidance myself, if you don't mind.
Go ahead.
And I need to remember that golden rule.
ABCG, always be casting guidance.
Yes.
You only pick up one other key location because the Cobalt Caravan was like already like the post office was pointed out to you. You know the building. However, the only other thing that looked like a point of interest that you were able to tell was the church. There's a big church over here.
I'm assuming Catholic/Christian.
Yeah, it looks like a Church of the Reckoning.
Oh. So on our way to the Cobalt Caravan, I am going to keep an eye out for like. It's gonna sound weird, but essentially horseshoeing places or steelworks.
Oh, because you want to do the yeah. I got you.
Excited because my ammo is a bit different than normal ammo.
Right. Oh yeah, I should
That
definitely
is
change.
not
up the
37
distance.
Rail
feet.
spikes.
Yeah, let's call it. Fuck.
Isn't there like a little? Oh, there isn't a little key. Or no, there is at the bottom.
I could change it. We'll do. I don't know. Is that too much?
Nautical
much is it?
mile and static mile.
There's no way. That's kilometers is probably too much. Yeah.
37 kilometers. Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Yeah. I don't. What the fuck is a kilometer?
What the fuck?
Walk
The
for
Eagle
15
soundboard.
minutes. That's a kilometer.
I will walk faster
Alright.
than other people.
All right, but
Let's
in
call
bananas
it
this time.
meters.
Yeah, can you tell us how many bananas is in a kilometer?
Or how many
It's not
kilometers are in a
55
banana?
meters.
Let me get my banana for scale real quick.
Hold on. I'm trying to figure this out. All right.
If you look down here, you get an idea.
Why does it feel like the Cobalt Caravan keeps getting way further away and way closer?
Yeah, it looks
There you go.
like
Try that now.
3 of those things are 1 mile.
No. That's also too small.
That's too far.
275
That is not too
meters.
far. 270 meters?
That's
really
meters.
not-
I thought that
that's
was
really
in
not that far.
miles.
Yes. Oh, miles would be too
Num-
much. Because 1 mile is like
Miles is
3 of
on
these
here.
rectangles.
Okay.
Let's do it by. Let's try 100.
There
Let's
are
try inches.
5,617.97752.8 bananas in a kilometer.
Oh, Dylan,
Where the
There
fuck
you
did
go.
you
I
find that?
knew it.
A
How about that,
banana-based length and distance calculator.
I mean,
Please.
yeah,
Dylan, if you look-
Reddit did the math for him. Let's be
You know
let's be
what?
honest here.
Thank you, Reddit.
Dylan,
I mean,
if you look at
they
the
put
base-
out the year in review thing with everything in bananas.
1.5 kilometers, a bit over 1.5 kilometers. That seems reasonable.
Okay,
it
there
seems
you
like-
go.
seems
A
like
mile
it's,
is 10 city blocks, and a kilometer is 8 city blocks.
So how many bananas is that?
How many kilometers? How many bananas?
What the fuck is a kilometer?
Count a few.
moving.
You said how many city blocks is a kilometer?
The rule of thumb we were taught in school is 8 for a kilometer, 10 for a mile.
Is
But that's modern
1200
blocks, and modern blocks is
Yeah,
no.
they're.
Yeah, little.
modern blocks are generally bigger.
That's a lot of bananas.
Okay. All right. Fucking bananas. Hate it.
What are you signed
So
up for?
you guys are heading to the Kobold Caravan. Who's it? What's it?
Who's it? What's it?
Who's it? What's it?
And as I said, I'm keeping an eye out for like any steelworks or smithies that would be working horseshoes.
Okay. Make me perception. Jury, roll it.
No,
No, that was
from
for
before.
the aerial
Oh,
view.
that's from before. Yeah, make me. You know what? You're
I'm
trying to
gonna
look for
guidance
something
myself,
specific.
and Zeus is gonna help me.
All right, gotcha.
I do want to know what the weather will be like for the next 24 hours in this area, so I'll cast Gridcraft to create a little weather prediction sensor.
Who's going Ryan?
Clear for the most part.
Nice.
There's a chance of a small. There's a chance of a slight mist settling upon the bay later on tonight.
Yeah, that's normal. The smog won't be here for a couple decades.
Couple months. Oh god.
So
What's a smog?
as you
It's a big
guys get
dragon.
around about,
Oh,
it's a
no.
big dragon. Right around here, you actually you do, Jarvis. You see what appears to be like this open air sort of like combination smith. He's doing a couple of things. He's making horseshoes. He's doing some armor. Doesn't look the greatest. Some weapons. He seems a little bit better with the weapons.
Question: what race and/or ethnicity?
He
That's racist.
is
No, it's
he is
actually
human, and he actually appears to be. We'll say he seems to be of some sort of Asian descent.
Okay, that's what I was kind of looking for. Cool. Where
Is
would you say
racial
would be?
profiling.
No.
He wants the 1,000-fold technique.
He wants the 1,000-fold, folded over 10 billion hot waifus, katana.
What? Okay, so where did you say I saw it?
Essentially, where I've moved Walter's token, basically in that area,
I was gonna like mark it with a little zip.
Yeah, you could do the little markage if you want to. Yeah, move the token over one. It's right. Yeah, there you go. Okay. All right.
All right, Jarvis will make note of that, but we'll continue onward with the rest of the group.
Okay.
Excuse me, Mr. Aaron.
Yeah. What's up?
I just had a quick question. I was kind of curious about it. I don't really know how it works. So you know how you make those like objects dance, right?
Yeah.
Are they like actually living?
You know, that's a good question.
That is an ethical question I am not ready to answer at this current time.
I feel like we need to ask. Well, normally I'd ask Padre that, but
Why don't you just make one and ask it itself?
oh no, we gotta find someone and ask if these things have a soul.
Oh God, is Marcus about to get a call?
Does this unit have a soul?
Yeah, we'll have to figure that one out.
Okay, you know, I think a lot because, you know, like I work for the you know, the AG's office, and like they kind of remind me of something that has life, you know what I mean? Like,
I mean, they move.
right.
I mean, but so do waves, right? They move. Leaves move. I guess leaves are alive, but they also move when they're dead.
So I
I don't think movement is enough to say it's alive.
Is animated.
So my question is, like, you can command it to do whatever you want?
Kinda.
Okay. So if that's the case, then that makes it intelligent.
I don't think that's. Also, I don't know that that's true either. I don't think that just being able to follow instructions makes something intelligent.
Why do you say that?
Well, you know what an abacus is.
I do not.
Are we delving
What
into
else would be-
philosophy? What the hell's going on? Where are we going?
What else would be used
You're
for math
proceeding
back
along
then?
as
You're
you're
walking, talking.
Abacuses
I could-
exist?
Yeah, abacuses are real.
Yeah, I'm
Hulk.
sure they do.
I don't know what an abacus is.
I just
They've been a thing since
I-
like
I just don't know what it is.
really old China.
I show them a static image of an abacus.
Oh,
You know, I can
that
make
was
my-
a toy for kids.
These things get used.
toy.
You do math on them. They solve math problems, but they're not intelligent.
This looks like a bunch of wooden
But you're
beads to
not-
me.
I see where you're going with this argument. Okay.
I can make my arm do what I want it to.
I command my dog to sit. Does that make him not intelligent?
I mean,
Dog.
dogs
He's
have
a
a
dog.
level of intelligence.
Right. So why doesn't the dancing item?
I mean, it's a good question. I'm not saying that it doesn't. I'm just saying that being able to follow instructions is not sufficient to prove intelligence.
Plus, it doesn't live long enough to be permanent.
Like, we have this thing back where I come from called computers,
Oh,
and the only thing they do is follow instructions that people write into them. That's like their whole shtick.
I mean,
Oh, you just like take a piece of paper and that thing works right in it?
It used to, like that punch card thing we had.
Was I there for that?
Isn't that
No,
what
'cause-
opened the? Does that open the vault door? Maybe.
It
What did
open
that
the
do?
vault door, yeah.
Yeah. You
yes, it is a.
I don't think my character was present for that.
you weren't there.
Yeah, no, you weren't.
You would use stuff like that to do it originally, and then later it got to where you could just like type it, which is kind of like writing, but it would be inside the thing instead of on a piece of paper.
Future sounds pretty nifty, yet I'm stuck here.
Yeah, I'm stuck here.
Yeah, there's kind of like this pandemic that's been going on for the last 2 years.
oh my God, that's horrible.
So you're gonna come
Yeah.
back and everybody be dead because they got germs?
Is it safe to go there? Cough.
I heard the cough, yeah.
I heard burning the bodies is a really bad idea.
I don't know. I mean, I had it. It was bad. It's bad for some people. It's not as bad for some people. It's it's weird.
Well, if you're not dead, I'll believe anything.
How long ago was this that you had it?
Uh-oh.
How?
Oh.
Okay, wait. What's
week
the
ago.
date, Dylan? And what date did I come through?
Okay, hold on.
Now this is
Oh,
an interesting
no.
question. Can he bring in future pathogens?
Oh my god.
Well, no,
dude.
it was like
Sure he can.
let's see here. It would have been like
I got super antibodies when I transformed.
it was
during the
8
portal.
months. It was 6 months before I came through the portal, and then however long I've been here.
Got long COVID.
Oh boy.
So you're telling me that you brought a no? No, I'm kidding. I'm not gonna go there.
When
You
did
telling me the zombies are because of you?
Yeah,
Future
I'm
germs.
trying to think.
I mean, theoretically, I probably did bring lots of germs from future diseases.
You've been around for more than a few months now. Because
Yeah,
didn't I?
it's
Wasn't
been
the
about a
start
few.
date of the game like August?
Yeah, but I
Let's
came
go
through
introduce them to the native population.
just before Walter died. Like
hear
just
they're
a
great
couple
with
weeks
germ
before Walter
resistance.
died.
Can't believe.
Or
Walter
no,
died.
wasn't it sooner than August? No, because you guys have been going for a bit. I'd have to like watch session 1 or whatever because I think we gave a start date. But-
Yeah, but I wasn't there then.
No, I know. I'm just trying to think like. You've
Well, I
been
was
around for
there.
a couple months.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
been,
Lane
it's
was
been
there,
probably
but,
like
yeah.
8 months or something. I don't know. Like the 6 months before the portal, and then it's been at least 2 here.
Yeah, you guys have. Yeah.
How long was Walter dead for, Beck?
Oh God, I don't remember. Like a few,
About a few.
months.
About a few.
About a few.
Rip.
About a few.
I don't think there's any saving them at this point.
I'll say, while you guys are discussing all that, you'll eventually have reached the Cobalt Caravan Company. You,
I mean, what does the law of the Attorney General's office say? Sorry.
No,
For
fine, go
what?
No, good.
No, you just kind of arrive at a post office of sorts, but it says Cobalt Caravan Company, and it's got like a funny little logo, sort of like one of those highly stencilized logos on like the wooden thing. And I think I said the picture like ages ago, but it kind of just looks like a caravan wagon, like one of those covered wagons. Sorry, and like etched into the fabric of said wagon, it looks like a smiling goblinoid face.
Also, be like a
Oh
kobold.
damn.
Oh, I don't know why I've been picturing something like the Wells Fargo logo.
I was imagining a
Sort
kobold with a
of.
little
I mean, that's what I was
knapsack
trying to go for, but like I'm bad at that, so.
I was imagining like a kobold with a little knapsack on its side delivering mail.
Starbucks, but blue.
Well, because the Wells Fargo logo is like came from the Pony Express, I think, if I remember.
Right. So like that, but without getting like trademark struck here, the carriage, right? And then like call it like 2 horses, and then we'll say that there's like some sort of like goblinoid / kobold-esque looking face like on the side of the wagon, but it's not like one of those like where it's coming at you type deals. It's more like it's side scrolling. If that makes
It's a
sense.
Mario. It's Mario.
It should have a knapsack on it too.
Mario.
Mario.
Well, actually, no. The old one from what's the oldest one? The old one from 1960 to 1962. Is there an older one than that?
You talking about the Wells Fargo thing?
Oh yeah, no, yeah. I'm talking about the right one. Yeah, the 1852 to 1961. Yeah, like that. One of these days, maybe I'll draw it if I'm not so terrible at drawing. But yeah, it's a nice little thing, and it kind of looks like a standard old timey post office. You kind of just walk into, essentially, I guess the best way to describe it is how the post office look in like Red Dead. Like it's like one of those barred windows with like the counter and everything, and like the whole area beyond it is sort of like locked off. And there's like a couple of like little boxes over to your left, a table over to the right with like some chairs, and behind this like barred sort of window, you do see behind them like many of those like different like mail slots and boxes and stuff, and a couple of like knapsacks, large piles of letters, mail bags. and there are currently 2 kobolds. One of them is just sorting through mail. You can kind of like see him in the back on like a step stool, putting things into like different piles on a little table. And the one near the counter is just kind of like doing that thing where he's like drumming his fingers, but it's making the little click clack because of his long little claw nails. And he's got like a almost like a conductor's hat, but it has like a smaller version of the company logo sewed into it. And he's got little glasses that are like all the way down the bridge of his little snoot. And he turns and looks towards you. Hello, how help?
Hi.
Greetings.
I'd like to have some items picked up from. This is from my old corpse in Austin.
How many?
Geez. My backpack plus whatever was on my person at the time. Not the clothes.
Man, didn't even bat an eye.
Backpack? Look, they're kobolds. They
They've
loot
been through,
things.
they've been through some shit.
they're loot goblins. He takes a little like fountain pen. Right, yeah, the fountain pens are the ones that also use the inkwells. So
Yeah.
so he'll like take the fountain pen out of the inkwell and grab like a fresh sheet of parchment and he'll start writing, and it literally just looks like absolute fucking chicken scratch.
He'll
One backpack.
Walter will there in it. There's binoculars, a wooden stake, 37 pythons, 3 sharp pythons, a Witcher medallion, School of the Bison, Whetstone, rudimentary spellbook, goggles of night, 29 bullets, 1 revolver, 1 owl necklace, 1 Hunters Association badge, level 1, 1 student
Man, I thought
badge,
I had a good memory.
1 student
Sorry, could
badge,
you say
6304, 1 marshal
died.
badge, 547.
Died.
29 uses of a gun cleaner's kit.
Standing right here.
Leatherworker's
Yeah, but he
tools.
used to be a human.
Jeweler's tools, weaver's tools, cook's utensils,
Oh,
and merchant scale.
really?
By the end of all that, you
Oh, and a cape of billowing.
And a pitchfork.
Oh, that's
Okay.
important.
So, those of you
Pitchfork.
tall enough that can look over and see what he's drawing, you would
Yeah.
see an upside down, some chicken scratch up at the top, a very crude picture of a stick figure with a cloak coming off of its back, and it holding a backpack in one of its stick figure arms off to the side in the opposite direction that the cloak is billowing.
Mr. Kobold,
I
just so
understand
you
that.
know, when you're having them look for his corpse, he wasn't a dwarf then,
Yeah, I was a human
but he still looked like him, but
without
human.
facial hair.
He just does like a
just
big
don't
X through the stick figure he drew and proceeds to draw a slightly taller stick figure. And then does the rest of the cape, the backpack, and then he looks at you. Name Gorm, by the way, and he just kind of like reaches through the bar while like he's finishing the drawing, as if to like shake your hand, but without looking up.
Oh, hi Gorm, I'm Walter.
Hello,
he shakes, and then he'll bring his hand back in, and then after a little bit, like he'll pull up the paper, kind of like admire his handiwork, and go, "Okay, Austin,
Austin, Texas, yes.
Austin,
At the
to here."
Yes. Well, not necessarily. I'm probably going. I don't know if I'll be here by the time the kobold gets back. So if not at my grandmother's house, and he'll give his grandmother's house address. Then at then somewhere along the road back to Austin through the Badlands,
Oh,
but probably still in
Or
California
deliver
at
in
the time.
Badlands. Okay, we try find you before Badlands. Place very dangerous. Little people like us die.
I look at Callie.
Yeah. The gangs and monsters and other unspeakables, and they crush us
We can
Or
deal with
stab us.
unspeakables.
or shoot us.
That's not good. These guys look cute. Is he cute?
It's a
Eh,
kobold.
in his own way.
One's charming.
That's not good. These guys look cute.
He'll what do you call it?
Suck though, I seen him.
He makes like a little additional note in terms of like your grandma's house, which basically he just draws like what looks like a stick figure with like a wig for a head.
It's the same stick figure, but with curly hair.
Yeah, it's like the same stick figure with curly hair, but without the cape and the knapsack. And then he draws like a little, like rudimentary, like square triangle roof house with a little chimney. And then he has like another side note next to it that takes up the last of the page that says "bad land" and then an X through it.
Oh no.
He goes, "Okay,
Mhm.
Be right back," and then he hops down and sort of like waddles towards the back room. Waddle waddle until the very next day. Bum, 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 bum,
I'm
bum,
actually
bum,
curious if this kobold speaks Chinese or Japanese.
Who knows? After a little bit, he'll come back and he goes, "Boss say since recovery from corpse 25."
25 gold? Okay.
25 platinum.
25 platinum.
25 Electrum.
Why,
No.
fuck you.
No,
Oh,
take those.
What is an electro?
Garbage money.
I throw him against the wall.
Oh my
Electrum.
I do chime up now.
Error, you don't even joke about Electrum.
And speaking in Draconic, I will say to the kobold, also, do you have a package to a Mr. Limsmith?
He
That's named Jarvis?
he seems
Or
kind of
any
happy.
letters?
What did you just say?
What's he say?
Let me see. Did I understand?
Sorry, she said if you have any packages for Jarvis Limsmith. Yeah.
No, because I don't understand that.
Jarvis
Yeah, I don't
Lim-
know.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, he's speaking Draconic.
Yeah.
Yeah, he'll kind of like pleasantly smile at you. It's a little bit of a toothy grin, and he'll respond in Draconic and say, "Me checking back, but how you learn this language?
I am well educated.
Big brain, many-fold."
He's speaking his native language. He shouldn't be like speaking broken English.
That's true. Yeah. Okay. He'll go.
Different voice. How are you speaking my language?
Yeah. How are you speaking my language? I'm
Let's
educated.
kill Leaker.
It seems like you're
no.
quite wise. Your brain has many folds to it. This is good. That means it's much more juicier than a regular brain.
What?
Oh, fun brain fact.
Cool
Fine.
bug factors.
The cool bug fact is, and then he just goes, "But yeah, I'll go check in the back and see if we have anything for Limsmith." You said.
Yes.
Okay. He'll turn around.
I help. Jarvis acting for a secret menu.
No,
Secret
I'm not. As I switch back to common, I'm just speaking their language.
He waddles in the back.
Technically Draconic. Oh, it's not
You
exclusive.
can speak that verbal chicken scratch?
I guess.
You would notice being able to probably read and write Draconic as well, since
Yep.
that's like part of the whole shtick. The chicken scratch is neither English nor Draconic. It just
Can scratch.
it's best you can tell as an educated individual. It looks to be some version of shorthand that's combining both English and Draconic.
Oh, that reminds me.
Mhm.
I should
Combination
prob-
chicken scratch.
I should probably make a cipher at some point.
Yeah, that's what all cool people do.
But
I
yeah,
mean,
he'll
even Caesar had one.
Caesar cipher.
Caesar cipher.
No,
So,
no, it's I can make a cipher since
Come back out, hop back up onto the little stool, and in Draconic, yeah, buddy, we got something.
All right.
He'll look towards the other guy in the back and like give him a nod. He goes to a table to the right, and he grabs package and he waddles on over, hands it up to him. He'll take it, turn around, and push it through like the slot in the bars towards you.
Is there any fee for receiving?
No, the payment should have been taken care of on the sender's end.
Oh, all right then. How big is it?
Slightly larger than the dimensions of the thing that you asked for.
Okay, as essentially, is it like in a box or is it like in a?
It's a box, yeah.
Alright, open it up as I pull out what looks like to be a rook chess piece.
Yes, sir. You also see beneath it, there's a folded piece of paper.
That's what I'm more looking forward to.
Oh, I got a toy.
As I
You
start
chess
reading it.
Um, I'll figure out a better voice eventually, but it's kind of, Jarvis. Been wondering how you've been doing. Your mother says hello as well. I figured in your trip across this dangerous and wild land, you could perhaps use something that might assist you in protecting yourself or having a roof over your head. This is a little bit of an advance from Machina Industries to me. At least that's how I was able to purchase it. Don't worry about the price. It's not going to affect us or anything like that. But I hope
Rich
you
after all.
have a use for it. No. This is
I
not
don't
rich,
have the
but-
noble background.
We are also exuberant
Here at
fluency.
Machina.
Yeah, so instead of
Whoa.
if you do have the noble background, so sure, you'd come
No, we
from some
don't.
old
I
Oh, you
don't.
don't. Oh, okay, never mind.
Here at
On background due to
Machina.
my past experimentations.
That's
I mean,
Malone.
both of them have like
You
doctor
small
jobs, so they make good money. And he
Yeah.
works for Machina, so he makes way
My
better money.
dear son,
So,
here at Machina.
um, but yes, please do write back to us if you can, and hopefully you receive this. Those strange little cobalt things, I still haven't gotten quite used to them. I don't know. I remember the days when I used to just hand a person a letter and they'd handle the rest, but it's not like coming off racist. It's just like
It's
you know,
like
he's an old man. times have
Well-meaning,
changed.
well-meaning dad. Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, because he technically was around before Reckoning.
So.
I will fold up the piece of paper, put it into my jacket, and then I will take out my own piece of paper and quickly write down essentially, "Thank you, Father, for your generous gift. I will make full use of it. In addition, be wary of Machina Industries. I've discovered certain things on my travels that put things into question. Don't have definitive information yet, but be wary of how they treat their sentient machinations. Yes. Arrived in California, San Francisco. We'll be traveling directly to Austin, Texas. As I'll fold it up, and I will hand it to the kobold. And please send us back to return address. As I hand him the letter.
He'll like take it and like with the other hand, just quickly one hand like swiftly open a letter, stick it in there, give it like a quick lick, close it, flip it over, and like the whole time he's just maintaining eye contact with you. As like he grabs like what seems to be from like a little drawer a stamp, he licks that, puts it on, and then he goes, "Mm, for you, 5."
I will give him 5 gold.
Thank you. And he will put that in like a little drawer of sorts and close that. And then he says in Draconic to the one behind him, if he's Gorm, then this one is, you know what? Fuck it. Morg, take. Well, he wouldn't. Yeah, it's not broken. So, Morg, take this. You need to send it out. Guy that sent his package, this is going back to him. I know you're going that way anyway. And then Morg just kind of like,
I was just there.
Wait,
2 days away from retirement.
what did you say his name was?
Morg.
Morgan.
Morg.
Yeah, but he's saying this in Draconic. And then he would turn back to the rest of you and go, okay, anything else?
No,
Yes.
that's.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'd like to
Yes.
purchase a map of San Francisco and another map of California and surrounding areas.
I need to send a letter.
I also need to send something.
Okay. He slides like 2 pieces of paper through. Desk over there, pens. Write letter, bring back to me when done.
Mine's a little more complicated than just a letter, though, so I'll probably need to talk to you before it.
Okay, give me 1 minute. Need get map? Okay. He hops down.
And I will say to Walter. Oh, okay, Walter. I have some good news and bad news.
Yeah.
Good news is we'll be never without a roof again on our journeys. Bad news is won't be able to. We won't really need for you to make those huts anymore.
I mean, that's fine. It was a lot of work.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure if you'd be bummed out about it or not.
I don't mind, but like, it was a lot of work.
Yeah. So this right here is a special tower. As I hold up the little rook piece. Ooh, that
I'll
reminds
just
me
say
of
that
Henry
the opposite side of the letter says how to use it, so that way you know
Yeah.
what it is. Yeah.
Also, identify helps a lot.
Yeah.
It's called an instant fortress.
Wait, that's Dan.
Instant Fortress.
Oh god, not this shit again.
Tom,
Remember
out of
Instant
character, gets
Fortress
instant
and Instant
PTSD.
Fortress? Yeah.
I
Instant
literally
Fortress.
just said like, oh shit, not this shit again.
Can you shrink a fortress after you've placed it?
Can you put a
Yeah.
fortress inside of a fortress? Let's ask Bean.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Good
that's
times.
legendary.
Good
Good times.
Yeah, that was
What
the
did we
first ever
do?
arena.
That was the first arena, indeed.
And you know what, Tom?
I'll do it again.
Oh my god, I hate you.
What did you do with an instant fortress and an instant fortress?
There are
that-
three
see,
of each
that's
fortress.
what I
Three
wanted to
people
fucking
picked
know.
instant fortress in that arena. What? I was going to do. I was going to attack Tom. Well, I'd been attacking Tom. Tom put down his instant fortress and hid inside. So I, being like 20 foot tall at the time, threw
Yeah.
my instant fortress through one of the windows into the same floor he was in.
That's not how that works.
It is now.
No, it
It
don't
definitely
work.
works.
That is your action to place it on
Yeah,
the
I
ground.
placed it in the window.
He did use his
He was
action.
he placed
Yeah,
it
yeah, no,
already.
no, that's like that's what he means. He's like he's 20 feet tall, so he was putting it in there. Yeah. All right. So he doesn't even go in the back this time. He just starts like rummaging around like beneath the desk, and he comes out with like 2 scrolls, one slightly larger than the other, and he unrolls the first one, and it is the map that you currently see of San Francisco. However, I will update a few things because there are some marked little different locations.
Walter will also
And-
add in where his grand's house is.
Yeah,
Relative-
Granny's house is down here.
Down where?
The commoner.
Oh, that one. Okay, yeah, he'll
Yeah.
add that to the map.
And yeah, so he oh yeah, let me put that on map layer. So he has all these like little locations marked, and they have like little like side things scrolled to them to say like what they are. So up here is the Marshals. This is Hunters Association, Church of the Reckoning. You've obviously got your Kobold Caravan. This is a Union base. Since Alcatraz hasn't been made yet, we'll just say that that's like their like the fort that
Confederate.
watches the bay.
Fortnite.
And Fortnite
No.
Battle Pass. And yeah, and there you go. That's all that. And then he goes and then he rolls out this other larger one like right over it after you're done marking things. And for some strange reason there's a bunch of red text there that says TBD till Beck gets it done.
Oh, yes.
The background is just a bunch of purple and black squares.
Whoa.
No,
Whoa.
I'm
he's
joking.
owned,
It's
he's
it's a map of
I'm
California.
working on it, okay? It's hard to have free time when you have a job.
No, yeah, I got you. It's been fucking killing me with this one.
It's letter time.
Alrighty.
I will
He'll
have fallen
charge
asleep
you.
somewhere
He'll
in the
charge
store.
you. Sorry, what?
I will have fallen asleep somewhere in the store.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
You're
There's
like-
a nice chair for Ed. Oh yeah, or yeah, you could do outside
I'm gonna
lane.
poke Ed and tell him we got a mobile house.
Huh?
We got a mobile house.
Mobile house. Do I
That's
gotta carry it?
If I show him the little chess piece.
It only works
That-
once, doesn't it?
that
No, you
ain't a
just need the
house.
command word to shrink it if it's empty.
Oh.
Yep.
I looked it up because I'm like, isn't that one use?
I also
No.
thought it was.
As long as you know the command word, you can shrink it and unshrink it all you want.
Huh.
We'll say for this one because like your dad and Machina, I think it would be funny. You said it's a rook, right?
Yeah, it looks like a little rook piece.
So it's a command phrase. We'll say. we'll say it's rook takes bishop.
Actually, change it, right?
You could
Good
change
Sherlock
it. if you
Holmes
wanted.
thing.
Castle left side.
Castle left side. Yeah.
He's falling back.
They
Oh,
planted
but-
a bomb on our ammo supply.
Google en passant. That's the new
En
phrase.
passant?
En passant.
Yeah, that's your command word. En passant.
Everyone's gangster until Aaron breaks out en passant.
On croissant. Croissant.
On passant's in the rules already. Just the 75 move rule, isn't it?
Alright, so for both of the maps, he'll charge you 10.
10? Okay.
For actually, we'll call it 20 because I feel like it should be a little bit more expensive because like maps are a commodity. What?
I just
Um,
subtracted it. I gotta subtract 10 more. And I was going from 200 to 100.
Oh,
This is
that's
a
bad.
union place, right? Were there be any union years that like discriminated on me because the southern accent I picked up from living in the south?
What southern accent?
My fake one, the
Yeah,
horrific one.
yeah.
I based it off an actual southerner I once met.
I'm gonna fight all of you.
It's I mean it's over there and union years. I like that. Union soldiers.
Yes.
I mean I don't know. You could head over there and see if they'll discriminate against you for a southern
No,
accent.
screw off.
So yeah, the maps. So Aaron, what's the thing that you want to do? Because you said you wanted to like talk to him about it.
Yeah, so a while back I talked to another Kobold Caravan employee, and he had said that they can be good at finding people to deliver things, even if you don't know exactly where they are. So I wanna hire him to try to track down. Well, see if they can get a message to my grandpa. Since I'm still under the impression that's why he disappeared, as he also fell through.
Okay. Do you have object from Grandpa?
I got a picture of him.
That
Even
can
better.
work. Yeah, even better.
Yeah. So like I'll pull out my wallet and like the the little picture-y thing.
Yeah.
Like the picture. I don't know what to call it. Like there's little plastic flip thing of pictures.
Yeah. I get you. Little wallet size. Little wallet size.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'll pull that out and I'll flip back 3 because the first one's me, and then it would be my dad, and then it would be the grandpa.
Okay. This is
and-
actually Bean's real wallet.
Yeah.
No, and you notice that it goes back like about 10 pictures.
Holy shit.
All the
Yo,
way to
is there a
DB
picture of
Cooper.
Lane?
Of what?
What? Nothing?
Yeah. So I'll show him that picture.
It's just a jest. It's because you guys sound the same and you're both from Florida. I'm racist. All
Oh,
right.
wait, how's that racist?
Because he's
Florida.
Florida.
Because Floridian
Because
is a race.
Floridian is
Floridian
a race.
5e.
Florida
Yeah,
man.
Floridian
Yeah.
5e.
Yeah, don't you remember Florida
Lane,
Man?
Lane played a Floridian was his race.
Yeah.
Don't you remember Florida Man? Don't you remember the giant delivering a pizza?
That was legendary.
That was legendary. So yeah, he'll look at it. Can I take? I give back.
Okay. Yeah.
Alright.
And I'll pull it
He-
out of the little plastic and hand it over.
He like very carefully holds it, hops down, runs into the back. And a few minutes go by, and at some point or another, you hear like some loud arguing in like muffled languages. It sounds like it might be Draconic, but then on the other end, it sounds like not Draconic.
Slang
and then-
Draconic?
Like a pigeon?
Sliconic. No. It sounds like. Did any of you? What languages do y'all speak?
Dwarvish,
I
French,
speak
and
Giant.
German.
I speak Common, Giant, and Sylvan.
Common, German, Draconic, Celestial, Elvish, and Deep Speech.
Goblin, Halfling, Infernal, Common.
No fucking
Oh,
way. Okay, yeah, it's
He also
Goblin.
speaks
It's Goblin?
Yeah, it's Goblin.
uh,
Yeah, it
Sounds
sounds
like-
like
Freaking
go
goblins
Spanish.
will rise again.
very angry. You could try and listen in if you want.
I'm listening.
Alright, make a perception check.
Let's
Oh my goodness.
see here.
Goblin is a sub. Is
I'll take it.
Language of Dwarfish.
Okay. So
I'll
you
take-
hear
Yeah,
all right. Look. I'll allow it just this once. These folk have been giving us decent amount of business. Call it a extension of my courtesy. But you should know better to call me and ask if we can divine where somebody is when you don't even have a package going to them.
I mean, I
Remember.
was gonna give him a letter.
It's got to be
message.
packages or something more. And then you would hear in Draconic, whoever could understand it, which,
Yeah.
yeah, you'd hear kind of like muffled. Okay, fine. Maybe I can convince him to add item. That way it's a whole big package and more money for you. Whatever you do, fine. Show me the picture again. And then there's just like a flash of light from like the left hand side, this like orange light just woo, and a few minutes after that things get quiet and then he just kind of comes back out and gets back up on the stool and hands you the photo.
Oh, thank you.
Okay. Big cost. Need send letter and package.
Letter and package.
Yeah. Bundle deal.
Okay. Well, like what kind of costs you talking when you say big costs? Because like if it's too big, I don't want to waste your time with me writing out the rest of the letter if I can't afford it. If it's like too big of a cost, you know what I mean?
Hold on.
Aaron,
Yeah.
100.
100.
they were just talking in the back about your package.
We're in the back talking about your package.
I know that feeling.
Aaron is like looking at Cal. He's like, you know that slang for something, right?
What'd you show him back
Well,
there?
what 100? I can do 100.
No, Aaron. Listen to me.
That's kind of that's a compliment, Callie. I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay.
What?
Write letter and add item to include in package.
Okay. Do you have like boxes here, or do I need to buy
Box
my own
and
box?
back.
Okay.
I get
Alright.
box. Show item when give letter. Sizable box.
Aaron, where is this package going?
You're just trying to make more money off of us.
He like squints at you over his little glasses and
Callie,
goes,
I need to find my grandpa.
"Me
It's-
no
No,
like what you imply."
You
That's
don't
fine.
understand. I heard him say that.
Okay, but if they can find him, then I don't mind spending the money.
You're being overcharged for something that doesn't need to happen.
What did small little halfling hear? Nothing. You don't speak languages.
She just goes, "Yes, I do," in Goblin.
His eyes get
He shits
wide.
Oh,
and then Jarvis, you'd hear him like curse and draconic. Fuck.
Now listen.
Me no know what you talk about.
Look,
Now-
Callie, don't. I don't want to ruin this chance.
No, it's fine. It's gonna happen either way. Now listen here. I work for the Attorney General's office. Okay, you're gonna help my friend by not overcharging him. Got it?
Ooh.
I would like to help if there's a check involved. So by just
was
like
that supposed to be a persuasion? Or well, no, it'd be
Intimidation?
intimidation.
That's
yeah, it'd be
100% intimidation.
I'm gonna try and help by just like standing behind her with my arms
I
crossed.
have advantage because of, like,
Very
Doing the
well.
thing where like pushing out the biceps.
All right, I'll allow the advantage for this one.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. Oh Jesus.
Oh, that's painful. Even with advantage.
I mean, with the +0.
he looks at you. He looks at Ed. He seems like he's going to falter, but then it almost seems like something in like the back of his mind, like he remembers something, and then he kind of like becomes more resolute and firm in his position and goes, "No, me no scam. Nuh-uh. 100. Take or leave."
I guess he's right.
I'll take it.
Okay. Deal.
Scam 100.
Scam leveled up to 99.
Oh!
You'd put perk in scam tree.
I know they came in handy.
I guess they do make tighter pants in the future.
Wait, did he make an ability check?
Yeah.
Roll that shit again.
Are you fucking serious?
Yeah,
Whoa.
100%.
So petty.
Wow, reaction too.
Is it an ability check for like a what would that be? Would it be? It would have been
Creature
insight,
you
right?
can
Because I
see
rolled
within
insight,
60
right?
feet.
It's insight.
If you're rolling against
Depending on the
insight,
creature, you could do it as insight or you can do it as a wisdom save.
Either way.
I mean, wisdom save isn't
technically, I just
does
roll
that work
wisdom.
for saves?
Yes, it does.
yeah, it does.
I mean, yeah. So either way, you could make it
All right,
re-roll.
roll it again. For some reason, he starts to get like really nervous, and he kind of like keeps eyeing Ed, and then he goes, "You know what? 75."
Oh my god.
Damn.
Okay.
What a steal.
Me think want to facilitate return customers. Give discount.
Yeah, that's real
yeah,
smart, buddy.
That's nice. I appreciate it.
Treat your customers nicely, and they'll reward you with business. That's what my family always says.
Smart family, smart kid. uh,
What's that smell?
so yeah, I guess
Okay.
write whatever you're gonna write.
So Dylan, for the item.
It could be
this
any
does
item.
this. Okay. Does no, I can't do that. All right. I'm going to cast Magic Mouth on a candle,
Okay.
and I'm going to pack the candle as the thing. And the trigger will be for if the person that picked when it'll only trigger if the grandpa picks it up.
Okay.
And then I will write a letter and send it to you.
Okay. Callie, you were gonna write a letter too, right?
Yeah. Can I just say this out loud?
Yeah, you can if you want to.
Okay. Dear Mother, I hope all is well at home. I'm currently back in California, but only for a short amount of time.
California dream.
Things are
Stop me
going.
to it, Judge!
God damn it all.
Oh my god.
I passed along.
Let him finish.
No, I was the one who did the soundboard sound.
No.
Yeah.
No. Anyways, yeah, I met this pretty cool group of people. I feel like I'm on thin ice even writing this. God damn it, Luke. But I'm trying my best to just, do my own thing, but also make you proud still. I'm gonna promise that I'll keep trying to send you regular letters, but I've been pretty busy.
Mama, I killed a man.
Flashbacks to killing those people. I'm not a murderer. Did I write that down? Oh my god, I'm so sorry, Mom. I'm actually not.
Oh my God.
I hope that soon I can see you again, and I'll talk to you soon. Callie. P.S. I really didn't kill those people.
Well, gee, Callie, now I think you
Inside
did
check.
kill me.
Well, gee, Callie, now I think you did.
Here you go. Here's my letter.
Okay. 5. And then like while he's saying that, it's just like a whole like one hand, barely any interaction from the second one, getting the letter all together and then putting a stamp on it. And
5 what?
5.
5 what?
5 gold. Give
5
him
gold.
5 gold.
I have Electrum.
Why do you have
Get out.
Electrum? Get out!
It's refused.
And I hand him 5 gold.
Good.
Callie, don't even joke about Electrum.
Jesus, it's like
Why?
Don't even joke
like
about
Voldemort in
What's wrong with
disguise.
Electrum?
It's seen as an insult in most places now.
Why is it a form of currency
is
then?
canon. This is
If
canon.
you if you really don't like someone's service, you tip them an Electrum.
Really?
That's the whole reason.
This is
of the raid.
canon now.
I hand him one Electrum piece.
Oh my god!
Oh my goodness.
He takes it, realizes what it is, and then he just like spits on.
He spits on the Electrum.
He spits on the Electrum.
Why did you even have a piece
Yeah,
of
hey,
Electrum?
you ain't getting along with them
I found it
kobolds
on the
too well.
pirate ship.
Bastard.
Touch wood. No.
They had fake treasure the whole time. Shit.
They
Insert
were
George Lopez
compensating
song.
for something with all those fake coins.
With all those
I mean, they're all dead
worthless
now.
coins.
I totally didn't kill
Not
them.
all of them. We took some of them captive and brought them to
This
justice.
is true.
Hey,
Oh, that's
Walter.
right. That's my job now.
Yes, sir.
Would Walter give Aaron? I know we're going there anyway, but would you like tell him your grandmother's address?
Yeah, he would have said it like as they're like walking down the street.
Okay.
Though not like shouting it loudly so everyone hears. Like, my grandmother's address is 421 Poopy Pants Lane.
Pancreas denial.
I love Poopy Pants Lane.
Pancreas denial.
I'm gonna catch up with you guys while you go to his grandparents because I need to go. I really need to go pick up more.
Yeah, we'll meet you there.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go back to that place, and I'm essentially buying ingots,
All
or
right.
if they already have, like, say, railroad spikes made, which I can use as ammo.
Yeah. All right. Okay. So say once everything's settled.
Actually, I'm curious how much. How much is
Well,
it right now?
we don't have to worry about yeah, you guys already paid for stuff, so I'll just say that like you would have paid and you would have handed him the letter. Oh, okay, wow, look at that. Oh wait, no, that was
Wait,
from
write a letter
Beck.
to my parents.
I thought it was gonna be the letter from Bean. But yeah,
Wait, write a
so
letter to my parents too. I don't
you
think we'd
can if
ever
you want
been
to,
able
yeah,
contact them. But the kobolds be able to find them. Ah, they probably would.
potentially.
I mean, they're looking for Aaron's
Yeah, they're looking for a
grandpa.
corpse.
Well, before you were abducted, you remember where you live, right?
Yeah,
No.
All right. No, he doesn't remember.
yeah, of course I don't.
So
Why don't you
whatever your
remember?
parents' names would be, and wherever you would have lived.
The numbers, Mason.
Numbers, Mason.
They actually kidnapped him at a young age and indoctrinated him into being a Spartan too.
Yeah.
I mean, that was sort of their goal.
The
He's a
Confederate soldier
Confederate
leading the
too.
program, Dr. Halsey.
Dr. Halsey.
Oh gosh. I can apparently buy iron base book stuff, iron spike, 1 silver piece, or 10 for gold. That's just book stuff. You can do whatever you deem as necessary.
I gotta actually remember the backstory now. I just know it was bordering.
She said how much is what? Say that again.
For 10 iron spikes
Yeah.
is a gold.
Okay. So
Good
yeah, I mean, if you want them to be made out of iron, sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that'd essentially just be base ammunition.
Yeah. So, however much of that you want, you said 10 for one, so however much ammo you want to buy.
All right.
How much
bring
are they
over the-
willing to sell?
Oh,
It's
I'm
a
gonna
better
read this real
question.
quick.
I bring over the candle and a letter, and as well as 75 gold.
Okay.
And I will tip him. I'm going to tip him 2 platinum.
Woof!
Well, there goes your haggling.
Nice.
Look, I don't want them to get upset about that show of force and not do it.
Yeah, just like eat the letter.
You know, like I
Kobolds actually make their nests out of letters that aren't sent.
yeah. It's a little known fact.
Ever had a letter lost in the mail? It's because kobolds made it into a nest.
Yeah, they need it.
Now, like I said,
Is that a fact?
It
how
is
much-
now.
Okay.
Canon.
how
It's
much
canon.
do they have is the better question.
How much what?
How many spikes do they have available?
I will say, since with the war and everything, they're probably prioritizing railroads out here. So a lot of these
Manifest destiny.
guys would have back orders for this sort of stuff.
Oh shit.
He'd have a good number, but he'd be like, sorry, pal, I can only sell you about. No, you know what? No, I'm gonna give him a racist accent. Sorry, pal, can only sell you like 50 of them.
That is
It's
fine.
kind of like Tommy Wiseau.
I did not hit
I'll
her. I
take
did
50.
not. It's not true.
Oh,
I can only tell
bullshit.
you.
It's bullshit.
I'll
I did
hand them.
not.
Ah,
I'll hand
Harrow.
them gold. I'll hand them
Oh,
5
hey,
gold.
Mark.
Hi, Mark.
Oh, hi, Mark.
Now, this may seem like a strange question, but do you have any made out of adamantium?
Got any made out of uranium?
Do you have Electrum?
Gotta get exiled from San Fran.
Or any stronger material, I should ask?
Well, besides the iron one, I could do steel. But
That's
for
fine.
crazier type of metal, I don't really have too much access. If you brought the metal to me, I could make it for you into the shape, but
No, it's fine. I was just curious. Thank you.
yeah, no problem. It'd be 5 gold for 50 iron spike.
And I hand it over.
All right. Please do come back soon. I don't know if I have any more of these, but I got other stuff.
Alright. Well, take care now. And I'll go meet up with the others. I am now stocked with ammo. Since
Dang.
my gun can technically launch railroad spikes.
I think we'll destroy the Confederates for sure.
Oh,
I don't think I was with him when he made the transaction.
now here's the thing. If I get
Alrighty.
access to adamantium ingots.
Adamantium ingots. So
Double damage against structures?
yeah, man.
Seems-
So I just hit my knee.
Or just going up against,
Cannon.
say, I don't know.
Cannon.
Baller.
So,
Scanning
so
now.
Callie, why were they talking about my package? That's a little weird for them wanting to get more money.
What?
You know, I mean, when you work somewhere, everyone talks about their customers.
Yeah,
Aaron,
but
does
like,
package mean something
They were-
different where you come from?
They were
I mean-
like trying to scam you the whole time.
oh, is that not a term for that yet?
What?
It is where I'm from.
What are you talking about?
It is where I'm from.
I look at Ed knowingly.
I would say, by the
It's,
way, when
you
you
know,
handed
the
him the 2
important goods.
platinum, the kobold was he seemed very happy,
Okay.
and he would thank you. But if the rest of you are departing, because I know Jarvis would have went to go get his iron stakes, are you all collectively heading to Granny Smith's?
Yeah, I'm gonna
Keeper
go
and
get some
inventor
apples.
of the apple. Yep.
Yeah.
I'll go too.
Okay.
That's where the now original San Fran gay district is.
Oh, what over here?
Yeah.
Nice.
Where Granny lives?
Well,
Yep.
Granny Smith always was a fruit. I mean, what?
Wait,
Like, oh wow, what?
is this the same granny?
all the roads are rainbows now. What the hell?
What's happening here?
What the hell?
Carnation.
Is this the
What?
same granny?
Carnation. No,
The
what do you
turtle?
mean
No,
the
this
same
is-
granny. What you mean, like Granny?
Yeah, granny.
No,
Granny
she's
the
all our
turtle?
grandmas.
Yeah, they're all
Granny
your
the turtle.
grandmas.
Where is Granny?
Granny was Walter's
You
real
don't-
grandma the whole time.
Yeah, you don't know. You don't know where
I-
Granny is.
My fucking
more you learn.
grandkids!
My grandkid.
Where am I?
It's all fun and
Oh, that would be
dandy
so
till you lose
sad.
your legs at a wizard party.
So I'll say you guys
There's
make your
nothing
way
worse
over
than that.
there, and probably it'd be about like mid afternoon by the time you make it over there. It's a little ways outside of the city. And Jarvis would meet up with you a little bit later. He'd arrive, I'd say, like about like a half hour to 45 minutes later, if that matters anything. Let me just switch something real quick. I'm curious. Give me 1 second.
Just glad that I have more ammo now.
Okay.
I believe it.
So
Wait until Jarvis finds out about the Rods of God planned weapon.
oh god. You would you would make your way through a couple of like little smaller houses. Few of them are farmhouses, until eventually you reach this one that kind of seems like a combination of like a quaint little cottage with like an outside but long inactive smithy. Because you know his name's Walter Smith.
Yeah.
As you come upon the house, though, aside from the smithy seeming like it hasn't been touched in quite a number of years, the rest of the house is well taken care of. There's a nice little garden in the front. Um, the roof is like properly thatched and it's nice. It's really nice. And there's like a little wrought iron gate that it looks like two S's sort of like back to back to where like it almost sort of yeah, right there would almost sort of like form a heart of sorts.
If they
But
were stylized.
yeah. So uh and you end up there's also I would say decent bit of property. It's kind of like a little bit of a hedgerow, like nothing like super high, kind of like knee high like bushes that sort of like go around the front part of the property, and there's in the back distance away from the house where like if there was ever a bad storm it wouldn't like fall on the house or anything. There's a rather large looks to be an apple tree with like a little rope um, hanging from it. Well, actually, be two ropes
That's where
for like a
Grandpa
little
hung
swing.
himself.
No. I was gonna say tire
Are
swing, but
you
tires don't come out yet. But
onto the
plank
tree
swing.
so it's like
where
it's a little swing on like one of the sturdier branches. And yeah, it's just a nice little place. Little flower pots in the window. One of the windows is open, and you could smell something nice baking from inside. And yeah, and there's a little bit of smoke coming out of the chimney.
I'm
Jiminy
gonna sing
Cricket.
the hanging tree.
Oh no. Are you coming to
Coming
the
to the
tree?
tree where it said that a man did murder 3. Strange things did happen, and a stranger would it be if we met up at midnight at the hanging tree.
The swinging tree. We swing here. It's
Also,
peaceful.
Jarvis just remembered a song he started coming up with to introduce to Thorin when he can.
Yeah, next time you're in the same town as Thorin.
He already knows it's you.
Yeah, but Walter doesn't.
Walter doesn't. Yeah, it's true.
No, but another song you can add to your playlist.
What about holy fuck?
Holy fuck!
Maybe
Will
Holy
have to make a
Fuck You
comeback.
too.
Half of the band is gone.
It wasn't his fault, okay?
I mean, he did leave without ensuring that we got the letter.
Bro, don't blame that on Marcus.
I am blaming it on Marcus.
I'm sorry.
I'm blaming on
You have
Marcus.
no room to blame when Marcus helped save you.
And then proceeded to immediately abandon him.
He's like, I
What?
brought you back, and then I
Marcus
abandoned you.
abandoned his child.
Oh my god, we're still on that?
Yes.
You abandon your child, you sick bastard.
You
all right.
bastard!
So, Walter, do you enter? Do you
Well,
go to
I'll
Granny
go
home?
up I'll go up the front porch and go up to the door and knock on the door.
Okay, hold on. This is either gonna sound really bad or maybe it'll sound good. I don't know.
Ooh, who is it?
The fuck
Fuck?
was
What's
that?
Granny's been on that healing.
There's like a bunch of bees talking to Walter.
What is this? A bunch of bees?
There's a bunch of bees!
It's like a little girl.
Is that your
Oh
actual voice?
no!
Is this like an
that's
Alvin and the
awful.
Chipmunks thing?
Nah, I thought it was supposed to make me sound feminine.
It makes you sound like a little girl.
No,
It
that's bad.
sounds like you're being choked while trying to
That
talk.
made
It
me
sounds like the
cry.
female. It sounds like the female chipmunks from Alvin and the Chipmunks.
Look at the bright
Oh.
side. Experimentation makes perfect. Can't
Oh,
get
yep.
nowhere without doing nothing.
All right, you'll just hear. Who
Oh, you're in
is
the right
it?
district of the city.
How is it?
It's your grandson?
My my grandson. Then you hear like a
Now
couple
it's
of things
Granny.
like, clatter inside. Shut up! All right, look, I can't. I can only
He
do
has
so many
three
voices.
and
What do you
this is
mean?
what you get.
There's either the pirate one, Granny, or this one. I don't know, man. Fuck.
I mean,
Look, I
About-
got a few.
what about
Okay, I got
Whisker?
more than 3. I got like a solid
Would you say you got
5
about
to
a few?
7.
You
I got
guys
about
need
a few.
only more than
I
me.
needed John Marston and a Arthur Morgan talking to each other.
Now hold on a second. All right, now Dutch, I don't think this is a good plan. Dutch,
Arthur, we got a fucking game to play.
Dutch,
My kid's been taken.
my son has been taken, and they had me in jail. They was gonna kill me, Dutch, and you weren't coming for me. Now listen here. I had
Now
a
listen here,
plan,
Arthur.
John. I was coming.
And so was I.
I'm an explorer.
No, you know who else
Yeah,
was
right.
coming? You know who
I'm an
came?
explorer. Oh wait, hold on,
It's
hold
too
on,
late.
hold on.
All right,
Package.
the package. He came from the package. All right, so the door will be opened, and you would see, from what those of you who knew the original Walter, you would see a familial resemblance in this older woman. How old would you say she is? About
Oh,
like
she's probably late 70s, early 80s.
yeah, okay, yeah. So we'll call her like about like this. She seems to be like about a 78, 79-year-old lady. She doesn't really have like a crook in her back or anything like that, but she's got the wrinkly liver spotted old lady skin, but she's got like a little bit of a tan going being out here in Cali. She looks healthy though. She definitely mall walks. And I don't know if she'd have glasses. Maybe she'd have a little pair of bifocals, but she doesn't actively have them on right now. She kind of has them like tucked into her into like a little pocket on her apron, and she reaches down and takes them out and unfolds them and puts them on. And oh, Walter, it's so great. Oh, you wait a second.
I'm a bit shorter than you last saw me, Gran.
Oh, I'm the one that's supposed to shrink with age.
it's a bit of a long story, but I also grew some facial hair finally.
Oh, and she just kind of like reaches out and like gives it a little like a little twirl, and then she goes, "Ah, yes, you
Well,
did."
there's nothing to twirl. It's just stubble.
Oh yeah, it's just stubble. Oh yeah, that's right. It's not.
It just
like
makes
little...
the.
Oh, scratchy.
Yeah, she just like tickles your chin. She's like, "Oh, very good." Yeah, pinch his cheeks. Oh, are these your friends, dearie?
Yes. Ed.
Howdy.
Yeah. This is probably my best friend Ed.
Big fella.
Him and another friend, but
Yep.
she's no longer traveling with us. She's off helping her family. He's basically inspired me to go and become a hero, and like change the world, make it better.
And he's doing a damn good
Just like
job.
the stories of old.
Oh. Well, you know, you always were an inquisitive little kid. I bet you've got the smarts to be a hero.
Is that a good thing?
Well, you gotta have smarts to be able to beat the bad guys, yeah?
Not necessarily. Ed's
I don't.
yeah, Ed just beats the bad guys.
Yeah.
Literally.
Oh. Are you sure that's the kind of hero you want to be?
Well, it's the bad guys.
Well,
They earned it.
I mean, he ain't like me.
Oh, you have changed.
We just know we just make a good team.
Oh, okay. Well, as long as you're not doing anything too dangerous.
You're not doing anything illegal.
I mean,
Uh-huh.
I had a very bad injury, but I got better.
Oh, okay. Well, was it while you were working or something?
No, we were defending Austin from weird lizard dragons.
Oh, that sounds incredibly dangerous.
I got very badly hurt. But if it wasn't for my friends here,
Worse than the time your father got kicked by a horse?
oh, much worse than that.
Yeah, it's kind of the reason he got shorter.
Yeah, my friends
Oh.
helped me out, but if it was, it is the reason why I'm shorter now.
I see.
But you know, stuff like that can really put some hair on the chin.
Ah, yes, you're right. I see it. I see it. And then she just like reaches out and touches it again. Ah.
But anyways, let me introduce everyone else. This is Bruce Summers.
Well, howdy. I'm Bruce Summers, as he said.
He
Nice to meet
he
you.
owns he owns a business in Gate Town.
I do. I'd give you my card, but unfortunately, I'm fresh out of them.
He's part of a band. He's part of a band.
I'm also part of a band.
And he's merchant royalty?
That's correct. Yes. Mm-hmm.
I think he
Yep,
said he
so-
hasn't changed out of that outfit. He's still there.
Yeah. He still hasn't changed out of the outfit.
It's getting a little
Oh,
stinky.
he's very fancy young man. You jewels in your clothing. You must be a prince. Yes. Mm.
How has he
Definitely,
not
ma'am.
been
I am.
robbed.
Yeah, I don't know.
And this is Aaron. He's
I don't want to have someone try to rob him when he's not around.
Aaron's
I'm not
He's
from
a
around
guy.
here.
yeah, he's from Florida, but not our Florida.
Oh, he must be from the Florida back in the old country.
No, I'm not born yet for another 100 and something years.
Oh,
What?
I don't know
He's
what
from
that
the
means.
future.
You guys make up such cute stories on your little adventures.
She like
I'll just role play.
she doesn't seem like she thinks you're lying, but at the same time she doesn't seem to believe that statement.
I mean, Her and Walter's grandfather were in charge of the forge when they helped out Zarin. Not Zarin.
Well, right, but I mean, like, people from another world is one thing. From the future is even crazier.
Yo, I can't believe your
I have a very
grandparents helped
believable
Zarin.
face.
Zarin.
It's a very believable face.
No, it's okay.
Zarin.
They help Zarin. It's fine.
Yeah. Zarin. Paladin of Eldath. Goddess of the Green.
Mm-hmm.
This is and then this is Senner. I just met him. Don't know him very well.
Nice to meet you. Glad you at least have some family to come back to you.
The rest of my
such a
family's
nice
off
young
in
man.
Maine.
You look
No, I
so
was saying to her,
skinny.
glad she has family to come back to say hi.
Maybe we should put some meat on his bones. Are you hungry by chance? You know what? Everybody come in. We'll finish the introductions inside. Come.
Well, actually, first, Grant, I should introduce you to Kothar.
Oh,
Oh,
who's
fuck.
that?
That's my buddy.
Adjust glasses.
I'll kind of like take her hand and kind of like lead her out to the cart and Kothar.
Oh, here we go. I hope my hips hold up. Sciatica's a bitch.
Hey,
I'm sorry.
Sitcom left, right?
Is it sciatica
Walter,
or
I imagine
is
Walter
it-
just has a completely shocked look on his face.
Right, is it sciatica of the hips? I swear to God it is.
My
I
hips
always
are
hear
gonna
all the
fall
old
apart.
people at my job complaining
Oh my
about it.
goodness.
Yeah, I think sciatica's the
my sabbatical.
My sabbatical.
Oh,
my
my
sciatica.
sabbatical.
It hurts. My sabbatical.
Oh, please help! I'm dying.
My hips are on my chest.
Yeah, she'll follow you along, and she seems to have a lot more of a spring in her step than she's letting on. You think she might just be playing up the old lady routine?
Yeah,
I'm
she normally runs
old.
half marathons for fun.
Yeah. She's actually like a
Half marathons.
hardcore.
She runs ultra
marathoner.
marathons.
What do you say? She finishes.
She's actually
whole
the inventor
marathons.
of the Iron Man.
Oh my God. Yeah, originally it was the Iron Woman, but she knew she wasn't going to get away with that, so they had to rename it. The times. All right, but yeah, so you lead her over to the cart and Kothor, and she has to readjust her glasses a few times. Oh my, what is this? I don't think I've seen one of these before.
An ankylosaur, Gran.
I thought it was a dragon.
No, dragons are
A
different.
dragon. I saw a dragon.
But yeah, you know how like since the reckoning dinosaurs are real again.
Right, yeah, I'd
Well,
heard about
not
that.
real again, but they're alive again.
Alive again, yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is Kothar. He's an ankylosaur that is Ed's friend.
He's my friend.
Friendly? Can I go over?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll kind of speak with animals and introduce Kothar to my Gran.
Not one on animal handling.
That one of the images, she just gets hit by the club and then is just instantly
All her
dead.
bones are broken.
She too is a commoner. She's actually a level 20 commoner. No, but okay, all right. You can't speak with animals. Hello, Kothar. Oh, what was the voice I did for him? You cast it on her to speak to him, or
No,
him to speak to her?
it only works on me, so I can
Oh, it works
translate for
on you.
Kothar.
Oh, okay. Hello, are you Kothar? It's nice to meet you. I'm Granny Smith. You can call me that. Yes.
Kothar, this is my grandmother.
Kothar. Oh, all right. I'm not quite sure what a grandma is. If it's like a ma.
It's your mom's mom.
Oh.
Although this is my
Wait,
my dad's
mom had
mom
a mom?
specifically.
And my mom must have had a mom. Okay. Well, it's nice to meet her.
He says it's nice to meet you.
Aw, that's so sweet. And she'll just kind of like very slowly reach out and go to pet his snoot beak area. I don't have a thing for her. Oh, you're a commoner. Yeah, roll animal handling as if it's yeah.
Base animal handling.
Okay, you get to roll for Granny. Okay. She's patting him, and Kothar, he likes it. He's not like getting into it like he does when Ed starts patting him, but he enjoys it. He goes, "She's a nice lady. Does she have anything to eat? I'm a little bit hungry."
Gran, do you have like any like lettuce or anything like that?
Oh, I might. Maybe I can get him a sugar cube. She'll just like turn around and walk towards the cottage.
I mean, with her name, maybe she has apples you could give him.
What?
There's apples in the tree if you want to pick them. She'll like shout from the open door.
You know, Granny Smith's is a type of apples.
It is?
That is true. Yeah, they're the green ones.
Is that even a thing yet?
As of
They
last
make
year
green
in
apples?
Australia.
As of last year in Australia, that's
But apples are red.
There's yellow ones,
I'm
green ones,
sorry.
red ones,
Don't fuck with me.
orange
They
ones.
have a little bit of a sour taste to them.
Yeah, the green ones are the sour ones. Granny Smiths are a sour apple.
This is bullshit.
Does that mean Granny Smith is sour?
I don't know. I don't go around eating people anymore.
Anymore?
Anymore.
That was a joke.
Anymore.
Insight check.
I mean, that's more something that Lane would say.
Insight check.
I know.
Fucking.
Lanu.
Yeah, when are y'all gonna
Alright.
find your friend?
Lane?
What friend, Lane?
Yeah, don't y'all just have friends that just disappear all the time? I
He's
guess?
Well,
not
Lane,
lost,
no,
he left.
Lane said he
Had
was
a
going
lot
to
of
be like,
friends.
all right, I got shit to do, and then he went and did the shit.
He had to go save his.
Or did he do the shit yet?
I don't know. He had to go.
I don't know. The
save
one that was
integrity
talking
of the
to him
station.
left.
What about
God,
The
yeah, that's
one that
true.
was talking to him left. Yeah, a lot of people have left, haven't they?
what about the priest?
Right, he did disappear. That's
Yeah,
something that did
he
happen.
was the only one that was talking to that Lane.
You didn't
So-
actually.
Bruce could, though.
You didn't actually meet him, Callie.
That's why I said the priest. I don't know his name.
Marcus.
Even if you did see him, it would have.
His name is Marcus, and he hasn't messaged me yet.
Would I be arriving around this
Oh,
time?
that's right. Oh,
Yeah, you
fuck,
would
I
be.
forgot. Oh my god. Yes. Okay, Dylan. do me a favor real quick. Marcus is gonna send
Oh my
Ed.
I would like to propose a retcon.
Yes, I totally forgot from the last session.
Set up a retcon check.
All right, you can send them.
Hello.
Is this
Roll for retcon.
is this a recon, or are you doing it like now, as in like today?
No, this isn't a retcon. This is like right now.
Oh, okay.
Oh, would
Like,
you
just
look
out
at
of
the great
blue, yeah.
timing?
Hello, Ed. It's me, Marcus. Good to talk to you. Hope all is well. Sleeping is not the same. Hopefully soon, we may sleep again.
That's it.
Yeah, it's 25.
Hi, Marcus.
Ed's actually speaking out loud.
Why?
Yeah.
Yeah. Why are you talking like that? And are you not sleeping? Oh shit, that means that means he's used to. Ah, fuck. Man, I don't know how long he hasn't slept for.
No,
Shit.
you're done.
Oh man, we gotta see. Oh man, then we gotta get to see him soon because
You
that
got to-
ain't
you
good
got to-
for
I
you.
don't.
I'm gonna send him one more time because he didn't finish. Ed.
Alright.
What?
You you only get 25 words. when I talk to you.
How many's 25?
Oh, I can head count.
Listen, I will see you soon. I am okay. Sleep okay. Eat okay. See you soon, buddy. We'll sleep.
We'll sleep.
Mhm.
Oh my god.
Okay, so the following that I'm going to say to someone else is going to count as the words. Okay. 3 of you, I need you to hold up your hands so I can count your fingers. Okay?
Walter will hold up.
Yeah,
Because I got to count to 25.
Yes. You got the
Okay.
cards and you were out of work.
Why do you need to count this number?
All right, and then I'll just keep going, even though it's not going to go to Marcus. Hi, Marcus. I
Ed,
got friends' help to count
Ed,
to.
you already used your words.
He doesn't
What?
Use your
know
words
anything.
to tell us to help you.
I don't think he knows that.
No, I'm going to send him a message now. Okay, here we go. Hi, Marcus. I am happy that you are sleeping and eating.
Who's Marcus?
Oh shit! Watch out for hot chick. Oh fuck! Bruce already told you that.
Cuts off.
All right, yeah. See you soon.
It already
Yeah,
cut off.
I think he got
It
that.
cut off long before. It cut off during him telling us to help him.
He thinks it went through.
Yeah,
That's the important part.
that's all we need. That's all he needs.
He just hears, "Hey guys, I need you to count me 25 fingers so that I can."
Marcus on the other end waiting to see how many fingers they can hold up to make 25.
So I would say around that point, Granny Smith will come back out, and she'll have like
Freaking
a
screenshots.
bowl with like a whole like cabbage in it, and then she goes, "I think this will work for him," and then she'll kind of walk on over there, put the bowl down in front of him, and he begins eating it, and he sounds quite happy between munches. He says, "Thank you."
Will I be arriving at this time?
Yeah, you would be. It would be like right after she fed
Good heavens, I'm arriving.
Kothar. She'd be walking
Too
back
late.
towards the door and be like, "Okay, all right, everyone, come on in now. We can finish the introductions in here, and I can get you all something to eat. Some of you look like you haven't had a good meal in a while, especially you." And then she just like reaches over and pinches one of Center's cheeks.
As
Ah.
drivers.
Sorry, she
That's a
does
lot
that.
stronger than it looks.
I've got a death grip.
I feel it. Oh
Um,
gosh.
She's the only person I would think that could take on could take on Granny Gertrude.
As
Oh yeah, we had a grandma for a bit.
Hey guys.
Nice to
You
meet
see
you,
Jarvis
Mrs.
running
Smith.
down the road.
Nice to meet you, Mrs. Smith. My name's Callie.
Oh, hello. Oh, you're tiny.
Yeah, I'm a halfling.
Oh, yes, that's right. I had a dwarf friend back in the day.
She kind of gets insulted by that.
I mean, not back in the day. I imagine Zareth visits her occasionally.
Yeah, but she's old. she's
She's
old.
not.
Ah, but you, yes, halfling. I think I've heard of your folk before.
Yeah.
Not like those gnomes. I'm not too big of a fan of them. They don't guard my garden like I thought they would.
Yeah, they got other shit to do. Jeez.
I mean, imagine you could hire
So,
one.
well, that's it. You could pay someone, and they'll be like, "Your garden."
Yeah,
Why don't they have
just-
garden Goliaths?
You just pay one to
Think
wear
about
a
it.
to wear a Santa outfit and just stand there.
So, Mrs. Smith, sorry. How long have you lived here?
Oh, I've I've been living here. Oh boy.
Probably
let's
would be
see.
about 30 odd years.
About 30 years. And 10 years ago, I, unfortunately, Walter's grandfather, my husband, passed away. His name was also Walter, maybe.
No, it probably would have been
Walter maybe?
No, I'm
His
joking. She doesn't actually say that.
It was actually Lane.
I don't actually have a name for him.
Lane was bagging Mrs. Smith.
We'll say,
I'll look up because Walter's parents are actually real people that existed. So I will look up what John Smith's parents were named.
okay.
John Smith
Um,
from the hit movie Pocahontas.
And
But,
many such
um,
Wait,
John
wait,
Smiths.
yeah, that John Smith?
Well, so,
Couple hundred years
Right.
later.
oh, who's that at the door? Is that another friend of yours?
That's probably that's probably
Really?
Jarvis
Story missing?
Schmidt.
I know I'm bad with names,
Confederate
but
search party.
It's a Confederate search party. She'll go like kind of push past you guys and open up the door. Come in, dear. You're another one of my grandson's friends.
yes. Nice to meet you, Java Slim Smith.
Careful you don't get a static shock from his arms.
They do not
Oh.
conduct electricity that actively.
Okay, well, I'll take your word at that. Come in, everybody. Come on,
Also,
we'll
this
get you
is
around the
Zeus.
table. Oh, a doggy. Okay, well, he can't sit at the table, but I can put out a bowl for him.
He doesn't need it. He's mechanical.
Yeah.
Oh, hold on. And she like adjusts her glasses and she's, oh, okay. And she'll she'll bring you around like a table. Uh, it's a nicely made. Definitely seems like it was handcrafted. Wooden table. With it's a pretty decent sized one. It's got like two chairs on each side, and then one at the head and one at the end. And she'll say, "Oh, Walter, dear, you remember where the dishes are? Yes.
I've never been here.
Oh,
It's actually a carbon copy
We've
of their house
never
in
been
Maine.
able to visit her because we've had to manage the business. She comes up to visit us.
no. I remembered that. That was just old person moment. She just goes, "Oh,
Remember.
I'll show you where they are," and then she just comes over and then she points them out to you, and then once she does, she goes, "Okay, you remember now, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay, just get out bowls for everybody and spoons."
You got
Do
it.
you remember?
Okay, and
She
then
didn't tell me where the
she'll head back
spoons
into.
were, but I'll figure that out.
There's like it's like a dish and cutlery cabinet.
It's probably laid out similarly to how it is at Walter's home because I imagine she originally laid out the dishes there.
Yeah.
It's
so-
literally just a carbon copy of the home in Maine. Believe it or not.
Yeah. Believe it or not, it's yeah. And then eventually she'll come out of the kitchen with like this massive pot that looks like entirely too big for her, but she's carrying it no problem. And she brings it and boom, puts it down in the middle of the table and grabs a ladle and she goes, "All right, give me a bowl if you're hungry."
A woman's
Ooh,
strength
what's
is
on the menu?
Don't mind if I do.
All right. She when
No,
she
it's
gets your bowl center, she
fucking
puts
soup.
like 3 whole like, oh no, it's not soup. It's
stew.
oh well, no, it's not stew either. I'm trying to think of the term. It's like a goulash.
Oh.
A goulash.
I don't know what that
Goulash.
is.
It's exactly what it sounds like.
It's
It's-
goo.
When you think of the word goulash, like the
got
image
shoes,
that
yeah.
the word
Oh.
goulash evokes in your head, it's exactly what it is.
I didn't know you were
Yep.
Hungarian.
I'm not.
Smith. Very Hungarian last name.
Isn't that English?
It is.
Technically,
I don't know. I don't even know what
I've been
Hungarian
trying
is.
a number of recipes that I've learned from folks coming over here. Tell me how you like it.
Walter brings over the rest of the bowls, and he'll fill up Callie's bowl.
Oh,
and pass it to her.
thank you.
You're welcome.
She tries it.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good. I mean, I personally like it. You know, it's almost like it's like if Hamburger Helper was a soup, but with spices and
Honestly, yeah.
That kind of
Oh
sounds
no,
good.
Callie, there's meat in there.
No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, it's like if regular elbow macaroni hamburger helper was like a soup, and then it had like good spices and some vegetables in there. Which mostly it's like you could put beans in it. Like when my dad does cowboy goulash, he puts like the kidney beans in it, and then he puts like a lot more
that
hot
sounds good.
sauce,
Putting
and
my
it's
kidneys in
good.
food.
Yes, kidneys, delicious.
Ooh,
Ain't nothing like some
Um,
kidneys.
that
Grant-
reminds me. Aaron,
Yep.
I got a song I want to introduce to you.
Oh, okay.
I'd say this one seems like elbow macaroni, ground beef,
that sounds
probably
really good.
pinto beans, some
I'll be right back. Sorry.
gotta get the Texas Trinity, green bell pepper, some onion, and a jalapeno. So it's got a little bit of a kick to it.
Yeah, I'm about to fuck up this goulash.
Mrs. Smith, this is amazing.
Oh, thank you. There was a ranch hand through about a week ago. He needed a place to stay, so I let him stay for the night. He paid, which he didn't have to do that, but I felt bad for the poor man. He was caught out in the rain, and his horse wasn't feeling too well, so you know. But
We
in
had
the
to
end,
shoot
everything
the
worked
poor
out.
thing.
No. In the end, everything worked out. People around these parts are actually quite kind. I was surprised living so close to a bigger city. You know, I heard that sometimes people can be real schmucks.
I'll take a second bowl.
Of course, she
I,
literally just pours you another one.
I think I had a little too
Let's
much.
go.
I think I had a little too much. Ah, I'm
Oh,
sorry.
I hate you.
Really?
Alright.
Oh, it's okay. The
So-
beans give you the toots.
So were you expecting a lot of company, or did you just have a lot of food made?
Oh, well, normally, some of the other older folk in the area, they're not as great at taking care of themselves. They're not as active and spry as I am. So I usually just make a big pot every, week or so, and I'll bring them some food.
We just stole all the seniors' food for the next week.
Oh, no, it's fine. They don't always appreciate my recipes.
How
There's
could
also
they?
apple pie later.
I don't know if I should save room for dessert or keep eating. Well,
Eat as much as you like. I insist.
that apple pie sounds promising though.
Oh, I know you'll find a way to make room.
Is this
Oh,
house made
no.
out of
Is that a
gingerbread
threat?
by any chance?
Oh no! Make me a fairy tale check.
Make me a fart check.
I don't know how Bectus adds random things so quick.
Yeah, I don't know how he does that. No, it doesn't. It doesn't seem like
It's quite simple. Just click on the
house of a witch.
plus and then just type in the tool proficiency.
You don't remember the house being on chicken
Oh, you
legs
do
or
it as a
anything
tool.
crazy like that?
Yep.
I'm not worried about Baba Yaga. I'm worried about the blind witch.
Well, it doesn't look like the house is made out of candy or gingerbread, so you seem
So
alright.
that
There's a
shouldn't have been
little
an
bowl of
advantage.
peppermints.
Oh no.
But yeah, you all have a very good meal, and I'll just say for right now, let's take that tenner because I gotta go use the bathroom. So, me back in 10.
Meet you back at 10.
God has left the planet after he's spelling that.
Okay.
Bro, it was the beans, man. It was the fucking beans.
Quit blaming
Oh.
me.
The song that Brothers wants to introduce to Aaron when he gets back is already shared in the D&D bot channel.
So, Bean.
Yeah.
You know how we were having our discussion about the dancing item having a soul, and then
Yep.
talking about like the dog?
Yeah.
This dog have a soul.
Oh, I don't know.
Does
Go ask
dog-
him.
Can I ask him
Alright,
right
see you
now?
all in chat.
No, you're not on the plane of ideals.
Fuck!
Plane of forms.
I need to see dog.
I
It-
must
it's-
talk to dog.
how to make Beans D&D interesting? Talk to a dog that wasn't supposed to have any dialogue.
No, you didn't talk to a dog. You talked to dog.
Yes, I'm sorry. Talk to dog who wasn't supposed to have all that dialogue.
You
Actually,
rewrote
any at all.
history.
Yeah, I did. Oh, Zarin.
And now, when any dog sees Zarin, they go, "I know him."
I love this. Damn, I
Yeah, but
haven't
has anyone
I haven't
actually-
said that joke in a while.
Does anyone actually listen to the song I shared?
Dancing.
I listened to a little bit of it.
Do 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 do.
It's so loud.
What? Spicy.
Exactly. Why is it so loud?
Oh my god.
Why is it spicy?
You got any tattoos, Bean?
No,
You ever thought about getting one?
no,
Okay, fair enough.
I don't.
Bro.
I don't do good with needles.
That's fair. I don't either, but
I thought about getting a tattoo.
yeah, I'm getting an estimate on one.
What are you planning on getting done?
I'm not sure yet. I have to like get it drawn out still, but they say like you shouldn't go for like a full sleeve for your first tattoo, but like I've wanted a fucking sleeve on my left arm for so long.
Like just a bunch of tattoos or like an entire design?
Oh no, an entire design.
What were you thinking of getting?
It's gonna be like Star Wars themed. Basically, like the main like centerpiece would be the Republic logo, but it's cracked and it's bleeding.
Oh,
Yeah.
That sounds cool.
Right? That's what I thought too. I'm like that sounds really
true.
fucking cool. So that's what I want to get for my first tattoo. I just feel like it's gonna be really fucking expensive.
What do you want to get?
depends how
I want
big
to
do you
get the Republic symbol, but it's cracked and it's bleeding.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But how big do you want it to be? Is the
It would
question.
it would be like
He wants
um
it to cover his entire back.
yes.
I wouldn't mind a mythosaur skull.
It will cover my entire back.
Your entire back.
Yeah.
Back, we're strapping you down to a table and tattooing you top to bottom.
Oh, that sounds like no consent. I'm in.
Paint included.
That sounds like Beck's favorite thing to do.
Yeah, Beck loves getting tied down.
You know, it's too late. He heard that in a.
Oh yeah, it's definitely too late.
There we go.
Now, Aaron,
Oh, you got their soundboard too.
Well, yeah, because I'm in there.
Aaron,
What?
the song is the thing I want to share to you.
This
Yeah,
one?
you told me.
Da-dum, da-dum, da-dum. I
like
beat
how
you to
great
it,
minds think
bitch!
alike, yeah.
I will. you stop with the soundboard so I can finish what I was trying to say?
Yeah, sure. Sorry.
I would say Jarvis was thinking about it when he was doing the smithing on the ammunition. Just the ding, 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 ding.
I feel like that's more of one, like just because of everything going on in it. It seems like one that's more for the duo band, the opener.
Yeah, and I will produce it to Ed.
Wouldn't it be
Ed is not.
He's not the
It
one
has
who's
nothing
part
to do
of
with any of the
the
music.
the other
It's just
band?
Ed's the bodyguard.
Is that a
Oh, I completely forgot who's part of the duo band then.
Bruce and
DFA?
Marcus.
Bruce and
XC.
Marcus. Yeah.
Bruce and Marcus had some great bangers.
Where's Bruce? Bruce!
Bruce
What
is
was
eating his
what was the
goulash.
first song that we came out with?
You guys like? It was
Wasn't
like
just the name of the band.
Something about a dust storm, right?
it was a dog in a
Oh,
dust storm.
right. It was
It was-
Sandstorm.
Sandstorm.
Oh yeah, I told
Yeah.
you Darude by
Yeah.
Sandstorm.
Oh yeah, Darude by Sandstorm. Yeah. Darude by Sandstorm. Yeah, bro. We got it if Marcus ever fucking comes back.
Okay,
Well, Marcus will come back as soon as you bring him back.
Well, he needs to do the job first.
We'll see. You don't know when the other folk will get to you,
Alright.
so you could just seek these guys out.
I already did.
this is probably a better representation of what Jarvis is thinking of.
I already called for help from these guys.
No, I mean, go meet up with them
Oh.
because you don't have to wait around Glacier Break for them to show up.
He did end up calling Lane, didn't he?
You did.
Yeah, but Lane
Lane
doesn't
gave
know
you
if
an
he's going to
answer.
be done with what he's doing.
Hmm. Who else did he call? He called Lane. Who the fuck else did he call? He called someone else.
Who did?
Who did he call?
Ghostbusters.
Ghostbusters. I was just gonna say that. My God.
All right, that has to be a sound on the soundboard now.
What, the riff?
No, Ghostbusters.
Ray J. Parker Jr.
When something strange in your neighborhood, who you gonna call?
Ghostbusters.
What's that?
No, I do not like being
tied.
tied down to a table.
He only responded
No,
now.
Beck, it's too late. We've already established what happened.
It's too late. You've already came.
I was busy with just taking my computer out of the box.
Beck's been playing this whole session in a box, confirmed.
Yeah.
No, my new computer.
AKA the Beck box.
My current computer is actually named the Death Star, so I'm going to name this new one Death Star 2.
I'll both get blown up.
Has a point.
I'm going camping Saturday, Dylan.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
You going with Evan?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's too hot to do that.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
It's not hot up here.
It's not hot enough to go camping.
We're going to 13th Lake.
It's actually cooled back down a little bit now.
We're slightly above zero constantly.
It's 70 now.
I think your dad's going all the way up there, right?
What, Lake 13?
Yeah, 13th lake. Yeah.
What is that on the way to Canada?
Exit 23.
I mean, he and I have gone up to Champlain.
Oh, then you definitely had to have gone past it. You know where Gore Mountain is?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like right by Gore Mountain.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Is everyone here? If not,
Everybody
we're gonna
here?
get the warning call.
You have an ad?
10,
Dustin.
9,
Unmute.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. I wasn't playing that one. 3, 2, 1.
Boom. Boom.
Why is that one so loud?
Which one was that?
I know.
That's the NFL.
Oh.
That's the NFL one. It's just so unnecessarily loud.
Bro, you know who put that in.
You've obviously never been to a college football game.
You've obviously never met Denge.
That's how loud the band plays it. Can confirm, was in the band.
Oh, that's awesome.
We're just out here.
Yeah, but we only got trombone only got the long part. The part that gets blasted out on that recording. Ba-da-bum, ba-da-bum. Boom.
They all live together.
We all live together.
That made me cry.
Dustin, are you back?
Dumb ways to die.
Dustin!
Kill him.
Unmute yourself if you forgot to.
Luke! Okay, Luke's here.
Oh my god. Hi, Luke.
He literally just like comes the moment I go.
Too
Luke,
late.
are you here? Ah! He's yeah, he already
Someone
came.
called for me. Oh.
Life.
So-
I already.
I mean, it is his religion.
Dustin! Ah! He'll be like, I was muted this entire time.
You know what?
Oh crap! I was muted this entire time.
Oh,
Oh,
wait, no.
hummus.
Oh, hummus.
Oh, hummus.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
oh,
hummus.
hummus, I was muted this entire time.
Ed, what is your profession?
We always ask what the Luke doing, but never how the Luke
What?
doing.
How's the Luke doing?
How the Luke doing?
What do you want
doing
better?
alright.
Why the Luke doing?
Why though? I don't even know that one.
Why he don't even know. He just be doing.
Why is he doing it?
Okay, I'm drawing a blank. What's Wolf 359 was an inside job? Sex
Uh,
conspiracy.
Interesting.
Do you know what Wolf 359 is?
No, that's why I'm
It
drawing a
sounds-
The
sounds
blank.
like you
Battle
need
of
to do
Wolf
research.
359 was Starfleet's first major conflict with the Borg, and it was a huge slaughter.
Nerd.
Oh,
Yeah, literally.
that's
That's
a
what I
s-
was thinking.
oh,
Yes.
that's a freaking.
Yes.
It's basically the Federation's 9/11.
Yeah, like literally.
And there's
Oh,
a
okay.
there's a conspiracy theorist character in Lower Decks that says Wolf 359 was an inside job.
Which is so fucking dumb.
So, is that why you don't have 9/11 was an inside job?
No, I thought it was funny to have Wolf
Okay.
359 was an inside job.
9/11 couldn't have been an inside job.
Well, because the planes came from the outside, but also because Denge's already named 9/11 as his conspiracy.
Right.
But we'll have to be changing the theme soon.
Yes.
It was
that's why I
Star
picked-
Wars next, right?
Yeah,
Yes,
Star
it
Wars
is
and
Star
Star
Wars next.
Trek, which I guess I'll be a funny Klingon for Star Trek. Bless you, by the way. For
Wait, we're not
whoever's
we're not mixing them both together, right? They're being
No,
two
no, no,
separate
no, no.
ones?
It's two
Why
separate
not
ones.
mix them together?
Star
Very
Wars
good.
and Star Trek.
Why
No,
not
I'm gonna
Klingon
mix them
and
together
Jedi?
and give no love to Star Trek.
Hey,
Non Jedi.
who
You
are
be
you
whoever
picking,
from
who are you
Star
picking
Wars.
in Star Trek, Beck?
I don't know. I'll have to think about it. Probably
I
Brad
feel it-
If
Boimler.
nobody's taking him, I want to take
Who?
Worf.
Bradworth Boimler.
Why?
I
Why
don't think
not?
Sun War-
Bro, where the fuck did Dustin go?
I
He's
already
been
know.
muted this entire time.
I know who I'm gonna pick.
I was like, bro, I'm like, just take a tenor and then gone. All right, fuck it. If the rest of you are all here, I'll just start it back up and he'll be
I
here
was in
when
the
he's
middle of
here.
a conversation with Beck.
I don't give a fuck.
I don't
did
give a
not
fuck.
plan.
No, fine. Finish your conversation then.
Grandma, where'd you get this goulash recipe?
I killed a man for it.
Come back.
There
After
was,
I'm late.
the second I wow.
You know, just for that, Dustin.
Suck.
Oh, hummus.
Oh,
hummus, that
hummus.
parchment.
Dot parchment? What does that even mean? She'll just go, oh well, you know, the city is a melting pot of sorts. I've learned a couple of Japanese and Chinese recipes, and also some other European folk. You know, we're mostly English, as far as I can tell ancestrally. But you know, 23andMe isn't around yet. Um, and uh, you know, there's some Germans and some Poles, and there's
Oh,
some
German.
Hungarians. So I've been learning some stuff, but
Uh,
mostly a
I
lot of
miss.
Germans, Poles, and Hungarians.
I'm actually mostly German. My folks emigrated over here.
Hmm. Yeah. It's
a
like a
few years.
weird fact. A lot of German people like came to certain parts of Texas, and if they didn't settle there around when they were moving out to Oregon, like you know, with the whole Oregon Trail thing, a
Mhm.
lot of Oregon is German too.
Oh,
Oregon,
snap.
Washington. Yeah, it's like German, Polish, Hungarian.
Like
We just
Austrian.
Nine, my guy.
It's weird. Um, but what? Oh, okay. Well, perhaps you'll find some folk that you could speak your native tongue with, and um, I heard that there might be a festival soon.
Oh, it's fun.
The one that they do in October.
Oh, October.
Oktoberfest.
I think that's what they called it. I'm not sure.
What's that?
The Oktoberfest is English.
You get drunk and you eat pretzels with mustard.
That is not what we do.
I like getting drunk.
Yeah.
I don't know what a pretzel is.
It's funny because it's another one of those things that, from what I've seen, German people get really anal about it because it's actually only supposed to be one day, not the entire month. And the festival is actually supposed to be celebrated right before the start of October. But the rest of the world around, we celebrate it in October. Yet, if you offer them free beer, they shut their mouth.
Until and if you offer anyone free
Well, yeah, you
No,
offer just about
no,
anyone free beer and they'll shut their mouth. What?
Weissenloch.
Whatever that means.
It's a Volkfest.
Yeah, they're having the little celebration, I think, soon, and it'll be.
I'm a little leery
Oh,
about that
yeah,
after
they-
finding the Japanese sailor.
And weirdly, as he's talking more about German, Jarvis's accent starts becoming more German. Oh yes, it's very good. It's a bit of beer drinking. It's a bit of sausage competitions. But it usually only goes for a day. Yeah, but to celebrate the harvesting season.
Oh, I haven't drank in years, but I like a good sausage.
Oh yes, they even do like custom crafting beers. Some homemade recipes. Actually some dark stouts. Yes, it's actually quite good.
Maybe if you're still around by the time they start it up, we can all go check it out together. I would
Yeah.
appreciate the company. But
Mm.
you're all welcome to stay here tonight. The cottage isn't particularly large, but I do have a spare bedroom, and there is also the stable area. It's not very big. It's only for like 2 horses, but you can. I'll figure something out. Maybe the couch.
We're used to sleeping outside, Gran. It's not a huge deal.
Oh, I don't know. So I'm like, you see Jarvis like do like a like move his jaw around and like, for lack of better words, flare his tongue, trying to fix his mouth, try not to sound very German for some reason. Right. Actually, I have something for our living situations.
Oh, okay. Well, you're welcome to stay on the property. Come up the laneway. But yeah, you can stay here, and if I'm not if I'm out running errands, or if I don't wake up early enough to make something, you can use the kitchen yourselves. You're free to, or maybe you're late risers, and you can, you know. But you're more than welcome. Oh, let me go get that pie, and then she walks off into the kitchen.
Oh my god, it's on fire!
And she comes out, and she's got actually two pies, two apple pies, and she puts them down on the table, and like goes over to the cutlery drawer and gets out like a I don't know if they had like the pie slicers yet, so I'll just say like she takes out a big knife.
Yeah. One of them is poisoned. You must choose wisely.
Yes,
You
one
must
is
choose, but choose
absolutely
wisely.
terrible. It'll kill you.
The
But the
pies of
other one
fate.
will heal you.
The pies of fate.
A
What
poison
grabs?
apple, my dearie.
One is an apple. The other contains 10,000 apple seeds crushed up.
That's pure arsenic, in case you didn't know.
Cyanide, actually.
Oh, cyanide. It's mouse shit that has that has arsenic.
Yes, you'll all die. No, but yeah, so she'll put it out, and she'll whether you have the room for it or not, center, she will cut you a nice big slice of apple pie and put that right in
Center
front
gets a
of you.
quarter of the pie.
He gets like yeah. It's
I cannot contain my excitement as it like I watch it in slow mo land on my plate. Yes.
I also have milk, dearie. If
Walter
you
leans over and is like, if you don't eat that, she will force feed you in your sleep.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure now, but I make it my mission to eat it before she force feeds me.
Is that an intimidation, Walter?
Yes.
Would that be an intimidation? Alright, gotcha.
Four.
I visibly quit. My hands start visibly quivering, but not from excitement.
From terror, sheer terror. Alrighty, but yeah, so was there anything that you wanted to speak to Granny about specifically, Walter?
Yeah, Walter will kind of go up to Granny. He's like, Granny, when I said I got ill, not ill, I was badly injured. That's partially true. It's more like I died.
Oh. Oh. Well,
You weren't kidding.
I got better.
Well, clearly you're standing here in front of me. You do look a little different, though. You look like you could be
I'm a dwarf
a younger
now.
Zarin.
Yeah, I'm a dwarf now. I understand rocks a bit better, though. And I'm
Okay.
gonna live as long as Zarin does.
Ah.
Zareth, not Zarin. Fuck me.
I know, I did it too. Yeah, Zareth. Well, either way, you were probably going to outlive me, but now you might just outlive your parents. But I'm glad that you're okay. It sounds awful. Nobody should have to experience dying. And
It wasn't too
becoming
bad. I
ill.
actually fought a vampire when I was dead. Might have been a
That sounds horrible.
hallucination. It helped me get over my fear of vampires, actually.
Oh. Well, that's good. I've heard since the reckoning that they might be a thing that exists. Thankfully, I've never had to meet one.
We've actually fought one. He wasn't a nice guy. And my friends fought another one. He was named the Banjo.
Oh. Well. That's you've been doing some dangerous things, but it seems like your friends are strong and you've got strong, so just make sure you keep yourself safe and try not to die again, okay?
I will, Granny. But I should probably tell you everything I've seen, and it's all thanks to Ed and Rita. And Walter will basically recount everything from the moment he was out with Zareth and out to pick up the parts to bring back home, and they were at a tavern, and that guy started harassing the barmaid, and Walter kind of was like, "Hey, that's that's not nice." And the guy told him to shut up, and he went to punch him, and actually did land a hit, but it more pissed him off. And then Ed stepped in, and Rita backed him up.
Yeah, kicked his ass.
And then basically continue the whole story from there.
Okay. There are times where she looks like, you know, it's almost like she's like sort of like cheering along, like for stuff that you guys did that was like incredible, and she's quite happy. Um, Other times, she looks like either kind of like concerned or kind of like terrified about like some of the stuff that you've had to deal with, especially when you like recount the displacer dragons that you fought and eventually like you dying, and then even like the little bits with the vampire, which you're not sure if that was real or not, and but ultimately when everything's said and done, she just kind of lets it all soak in for a couple of minutes, and finally she'll just look at you and she goes, "You've got some great friends. If I were you, I'd do my best to keep them for as long as possible."
Yeah, I don't know where I'd be without them. Well, actually, depending on what point I stop being with them, I'd either be back home with Mom and Dad, or just still dead.
Well, and she'll just kind of like look out towards the rest of you. I'm assuming that either most of you were just kind of like hanging around listening, or maybe you were like doing your own little stuff off to the side, but like you were hearing the conversation, and she'll just kind of
Consume my
like
pie so messily from fear that like there's some smear stains on my face.
yeah, she looks at all of you like individually, looks you all like in the eyes and maintains that eye contact for
Currently
like
tweaking my arm.
okay, yeah, like
Casually.
she'll like like look at each of you and she'll just say thank you.
Oh, Grant, would you mind if we re-engaged Granddad's forge?
Oh, sure, go ahead. It hasn't seen use in, oh well, almost 10 years.
Jarvis's head
A
pops
bit
up.
longer than that.
It's not a big forge, Jarvis. It's
It's a forge. All
yeah,
that
Granddad
matters.
managed to build a small one just so he could keep his skills up in case he ever needed.
You're welcome to his tools.
Yeah, the really neat ones are back home because they were dwarven made. But yeah, there should be still some good tools here.
Yeah, you're welcome to use it whenever you like, and you're welcome to come back here anytime you like.
Yeah, forever in the area.
All right, well, it's like basically slightly after dusk, so I'm gonna go to sleep like most old people do.
Oh yeah, old people do that.
Yep. She just gets up and she heads off into her room, and she kind of like stops right before she gets the door. Good night, everybody. And like I said, you can, if you want the guest room or wherever, you're free to. Okay. And then she just kind of goes into the bedroom.
Like, thanks for the pie.
Oh, you're welcome, dearie.
I'm just gonna go set this up outside.
I'll help you, Jarvis.
I just need to find a spot that's cleared away.
Oh, I thought you meant you're setting up the forge. I'll start working on the forge.
No, oh, that too. This will literally just take a second, then the forge.
Yeah, I'll start working on the forge. You find the place for your little chess
Is
piece.
she really gonna shove a pie down my throat while I sleep?
Walter's already left.
I mean, you left a lot of it on your face and on the tablecloth and stuff. So if she is, there's still something for her to do.
Oh no.
Okay, I'm essentially gonna find a good spot that's about 20 feet. 20 feet on each side of a nice freezing enough space.
Oh yeah, you find a decent spot. I'd say like basically behind the house. There's like a backyard. The property extends well beyond the back and slightly to the sides of the house.
I place it down and say, Rook takes bishop.
And it will form into big old fort.
30
What
feet
the hell?
high.
Holy crap! Did that just happen?
Yep.
I didn't think that was real.
Holy crap!
I thought you got
Yeah.
scammed.
No, it's an
I thought you
instant
got scared.
fortress.
Do they got? Is there furnishing? They got comfy beds.
I assume it's a blank
The
fortress.
interior is divided into 2 floors with a ladder running along the side.
They got like paintings, like lights.
It's by
There-
default. It's just it's
the
pretty empty
ladders.
other than the ladder.
Yep. Also,
Oh, man.
it cannot collapse if there's anything inside.
It's a little bare in
Um,
here.
I'm gonna take up the offer on the guest room. That's cool, but like we're in a town. I'm gonna sleep on a bed.
I'm just gonna break in this.
I'll sleep in the fort. Fuck it.
Feel a lot safer there.
As Aaron starts walking away, Walter will kind of look up after hearing him say, like, "I'll take the guest room." Walter just kind of like sets down what he's doing with the forge and kind of like trots off after him. Aaron?
Yeah.
I was thinking maybe rather than you take the guest room, why not just let Callie take it?
Okay. Sure. Can I like still sleep on like
You can sleep on the couch.
inside on the floors,
Yeah.
the couch or
Yeah,
something?
you can sleep on the couch.
Did you
Yeah.
say like I'm taking the
You're,
bed?
you're not able to because we walked
Oh.
away.
Oh, right.
Hey, Walter. On while we're over here though, what was that you were saying about you're gonna live longer?
I'm a dwarf, and dwarves live much longer than humans.
Aaron will think
You're
about
lucky to
this.
be you, ain't it?
If I recall, Zareth said dwarves live about 300 years?
That's a long
300
time.
years.
You gonna be like old for 200 of those years?
No. I think I don't really get super old until the last 50 years or so.
Sacrilege.
I just realized you're gonna see the 2100s.
Walter will
Oh, it's pretty
outlive
bizarre, ain't it?
us.
Walter will see Aaron. Will see Aaron's future, but not because alternate timeline. Probably.
Random alternate timeline, go.
Walter will go and tell Callie that she has the guest room. Callie?
Yes.
I thought maybe you'd take the guest room since you've been having a bit of a rough time with everything.
Oh, you didn't have to, but I appreciate it. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Do you think your grandma has any more of that food?
Oh, I'm sure she does. I can once I get the forge up and running for Jarvis, I'll poke around and see what I can find.
Thank you. Have a good night.
You too.
You already see me getting the forge, getting hot. Right.
Ew.
Now just need to figure out why we're lighting this forge up.
Just to
Yeah.
have it like run low overnight, just so it's nice and ready for tomorrow morning, so you can use it to make more of your ammunition.
Oh.
And this way we can get like raw materials to actually melt down and make more.
That is thoughtful, but as you see me just literally load a railroad spike into the clip.
Mag.
I mean, this way we can like make like custom ammunition.
Yeah, I was thinking that
we could probably find some elemental stuff that we could help imbue it with.
Yeah, I was thinking something like that. I wonder, like, I was asking around the place where I got these railroad spikes if they had any adamantium.
Oh, dude, I
well,
don't
it
even
was a
know where
scratch.
to look for adamantium.
Yeah. But it would have been interesting if they did have some. Also, I have a bunch of fucking pearls that I keep forgetting about.
Pearls?
I have 6 pearls, each worth 30 gold.
Oh, you probably could sell those.
Yeah, I keep forgetting about them.
I live for at least a year.
Aaron wanders off into town in the dead of night.
You said it's just after dusk.
No,
No,
he's gonna
yeah,
get
I'm
jumped.
joking. I'm joking. Yeah,
What are we gonna do?
it's
Better
a little
question
bit
is,
after dusk. Yeah.
how well developed is California at this point?
How well developed is California?
Yeah.
What's the crime rate like?
That is a good
It's
question.
probably not
besides
Pretty
super
high.
developed, but it's decent.
But the gold rush was 1849, so
Ooh, that is a
Oh,
good
that's
point.
right.
It's not like ours at all.
So it's like 20 years after the gold rush. So
Scary.
the year's 1869. So, I mean, fairly in certain areas, not at all in others. I would say that a good amount of California is probably uninhabited. You know, not that a large amount of California really is inhabited now. Just
Yeah, it's true. It is a freaking death zone.
yeah,
It is naturally a desert.
yeah. So
Yeah.
it's just currently an underwater desert.
my name is Saul.
We're just stubborn
Goodman.
enough to live there.
Albuquerque, New Mexico.
My name is Walter White, and it's time to cook.
And it's time to cook.
Let's cook.
So, Aaron, what are you doing?
I heard about this festival, and I just want to see if there's like sign-ups for music or anything. I'm not gonna
Oh
sign
my.
up, but I'm just gonna like find out about it because I don't know how long we're here.
Okay. Yeah, you head back into town, and after walking around for a little bit, you do eventually find like a notice board of sorts over in this area by like this public square, and there's a variety of things. You notice a couple of different flyers. Um, it's Granny Smith. Uh, you would notice. Let's see, there'd be a flyer of sorts, essentially for the festival that you're looking into, and it does say something about musical entertainment. And I'm trying to think what day that would be, like when they would do that, because you guys are on like October 6th.
It is 6, yeah.
Oh, apparently it ends on October 3rd. Really? September 16th to October 3rd? Ending on the first Sunday in October. Well, let me look at that. Let me look at that calendar real quick because if
It's Wednesday the 6th, so we've already had a Sunday.
Oh, old person moment. We already had the festival.
What time is it? Would it be actually? The year.
1869.
It's October 6th, 1869.
So we
and
actually
then we'll
missed
say
Oktoberfest.
we'll say maybe they're doing it a little bit extended. Maybe it's because they're in
The
America or
dwarves
something.
got really
or,
into it since
or
they
or
found out
yeah,
about it.
yeah, or maybe
Oktoberfest
they're
is-
just trying to make it all of October. You're not sure. You know what? We'll say the dates. Just say Oktoberfest all October.
And it'll be funny if the dwarves found out about German beer and realized this is the closest thing the dwarf run ahead we found here.
Oh, they would make good, fast friends with them. No, I'll say it lasts for like another week. Maybe it's like a 3-week extended thing, and we'll say that like the next major gathering will be like it's the 6th now.
And they got the
Like,
Snyder cut.
The last like big blowout party before they end it is going to be Saturday the 9th or something like that.
Okay.
And there's and so there's that flyer. There's like an Uncle Sam esque, obviously, because Uncle Sam wasn't until what, World War II, right? So
One.
World War One, right?
No,
So
it'd be
it's
like
like a
Columbia or Columbia would probably be the biggest one.
yeah.
right
So
now.
like there's a recruitment poster for the Union Army. There's also a couple of other flyers. One of them. let me check this real quick. This is in my notes. Let's see. Ba-ba-ba. You see, you see two flyers of particular note. One of them speaks of essentially it's kind of like it's almost like religious propaganda, but it's for a faith healer in a town out in the Badlands called Salvation. Next to it is another flyer. This one is an advertisement for a large pot, and we're talking like 20,000 gold
Whoa.
for a quick draw competition in a town called Redemption in the Badlands.
On the plains of Red Dead.
Yep.
Does it
Shut
say
up.
when that competition is?
The competition, let me check. It would be it is a one-week competition from the 17th to the 23rd of October. Oh, actually, no. I'm sorry. The 24th to the 31st. There you
Okay.
go.
Let's get Marcus killed again.
24th.
Again?
The Frenchman almost killed you.
Yeah, the Frenchman.
Oh yeah.
Ah, those short people.
Napoleon was actually average height.
It was.
He was actually above average height for the Frenchman at the time.
Yeah, I know, he was massive.
What are you
He's like
talking
my
about?
height, probably.
The Napoleon
Enormous.
complex thing, Napoleon being short, was all British propaganda.
Hi.
Oh, was it really?
Yep.
Is it
Yeah.
really?
I think it was average height.
He was,
Didn't
he was
know that.
slightly above average height at the time. He would be average height now.
I want to see Jorver.
How tall was he again?
Javert.
5'7", I believe.
Damn. I should go on over to the French and boast. I'm the new Napoleon, guys.
Napoleon Dynamite.
I'm closer
Napoleon
to 5'8".
Dynamite.
I'll be an even better Napoleon.
But yeah, so Redemption, Salvation, Oktoberfest, and a recruitment poster as
5'2".
well. 5'2". Oh, that's how tall Napoleon was.
Yeah, which was
Uh,
average at the time.
And
Napoleon
as
was
well
5'2".
as I'm trying to think. No, yeah, that's it. That's all you see.
Okay. And does it say anything about like where people would sign up if they want to perform? Or is it like not open?
It's kind of like you think you'd have to go on Saturday and then just see what was up.
Okay.
How
Very
far
good.
is Redemption from here to there?
How far is Redemption? You'd have to ask. The Badlands is it's kind of uncharted territory, so to speak.
All right, and I'll make my way back.
Make my way back home.
I'm making my way back.
Making my way back.
Back. Alrighty. If nobody's doing anything else for the night, I will say that you all are Mimir and head to sleep.
Let's go.
Getting
Sleep in the
long
fancy tower.
rest, and with the dawn, you awaken. Greet the
Oh,
new
very
day.
nice.
Those of you, well, actually, it'd be Callie. Callie, you would wake up to the smell of something cooking.
I'm also on.
Oh yes, then you would both wake up to something cooking.
Hold on. What is?
What the fuck?
So hold on. What is it?
Kelly's doing lines of coke.
What does she smell?
Roll a smell check.
Perception.
Ow!
Just roll me a d20.
Smell check. Don't you know?
1d smell.
One. Do you smell?
Yeah,
Oh, one.
it smells like.
You smell.
It smells like almost like a cake of sorts or bread, perhaps. That sort of smell. It's definitely a bread-like something being made.
She gets. She
Oh,
gets.
he's owned.
She gets to the door and she just does one more just. And she like hurries down. Is there a railing on the stairs?
The cottage doesn't have a second floor.
That's the cartoon thing where her nose,
Currently,
where her
Callie's
nose,
falling
like,
into the wine cellar.
her nose lifts
Yeah,
her off the
Callie
ground.
runs down the non-existent stairs. Oh yeah. The little float towards the smell stream. Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn, I'll never get used to that now that magic is real. I remember the first time I witnessed Walter doing that. I
Oh,
almost had a heart attack.
So
my
he
heart.
I did have.
Callie
one. He
goes to
told
the
me
kitchen.
about
Excuse me, Mrs. Smith. What are you making?
Oh, I'm making Johnny cakes.
What are those?
They're cakes for
Well,
He
Johnny.
didn't cook someone named Johnny, did
It's
we?
a type of cornbread.
I love cornbread.
Is it essentially cornbread pancakes?
It's cornbread with molasses in it.
Yeah.
I'll fuck that shit up. Give me that.
do you know? Okay. Do you know how like scenes when like someone's trying to hold back like the temptation, like they're about to do something, electric guitar starts to play? That's going on in Callie's mind right now.
Oh my god.
I don't need it. I don't need
Also,
it.
Jarvis tower afterwards, and also switching the password.
Very well. What's the new password?
Password.
If I'm correct, there's a password to enter and a password to activate it. Correct?
Yeah, you have to enter the password to enter the new password.
It's not.
Enter old password, enter new password,
And
confirm new
then
password.
and then we'll send a link to your email.
Please
And then
confirm
they'll send
password.
they'll send a link to
Yeah.
And
Zeus.
then you gotta get a text with the code that you gotta
Yeah,
use.
Yeah,
Which
6-digit
that's gonna go to
code.
Hellframe.
Two-factor authentication.
Yeah, and then for the
Yeah.
2-factor, you're gonna have to go to Pip.
And then when you try to enter the new password, it says new password can't be same as old password, even though it's completely
I can just command the door.
It's too close, Spec.
I can just command the door to open and close at will. I don't have to give any special words for it.
Why are you
But
so
the-
rude to Will?
And what happens if you die?
I can command the door
We're just
at
locked
will.
inside forever.
There actually is a way to find out. You have to do, I think, an identify on it. Find out.
Yeah, but for flavor, like what's the command word?
Oh, the new command word is
Bread.
crap.
Tape.
I had a
Tape,
funny
tape,
thing
tape,
for
Crap.
tape.
Take. Stick. Give me stick.
I'll be
Becky,
right
Let me
smash.
smash. Tape.
What do you mean by
Uh,
tape theme? Tape.
Fortress going up.
What do you mean? You know, tape.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
So wait. So what are you doing, Jarvis?
Fortress going up.
Oh, okay. That's it.
Yep.
Alrighty. Good enough.
Spencer going up.
Oh, is that what it's supposed to be? Is it supposed to be a TF2 reference?
Kinda.
God damn it. I'm over here with like the
Ha.
chess term because it looks like a fucking
He
rook,
whacks it
so
with a
rook
wrench
takes
whenever he
bishop.
takes it out.
It's
Yeah.
Tower going up. Donk. And then it just
Remember, there's no problem that can't be solved with another gun.
And
so
if that
true.
don't work, add more gun.
Add more gun.
Add more gun.
As an
All
engineer,
the
your
guns.
buildings are like your children. Hit them to make them work harder.
Oh my God.
People think that they can outsmart me. Maybe.
Excuse me, sorry.
But I've yet to meet man who can outsmart Bullet.
Cannot outsmart bullet.
Also, heavy weapons guy has a PhD.
In
In
what?
I
In
wouldn't
literature.
In Russian literature, right?
Yeah.
Oh my
He's actually
God.
a genius.
Yeah, he has a really high IQ canonically.
That's sort of hilarious, actually.
I think he's
came to
he's
the
what
wrong
the
country for it.
second smartest.
After engineer, yeah.
Well,
Or
what
no,
about
it's engineer. No, I think it's engineer spy then heavy weapons guy.
So what the heck, he's
Everyone
just
knows that the
simple-minded then?
doctor is the smartest.
No, he's
Yeah,
he,
as a doctor.
I mean, he's
No,
he's a great con man. He managed to he sold his soul to the devil, and then he added 7 more souls, so the devil's now a major shareholder in his soul, but doesn't own it.
what?
Yeah, the lore is
Wait,
really
that
wild.
canon?
Yeah, it's canon.
Oh shit!
That's amazing.
It's also
And that's-
basically
and
canon
that-
that the spy is
That's
Scout's
how he lost
dad.
his medical license.
That's how I lost my medical license.
And then he came to his skeleton was on the outside.
Doctor's never heard from again.
Anywho, Jarvis coming in, code
Yeah,
off,
look at how far we
arms
deviated off path.
metal arms exposed. Looking at like, oh, John cakes.
Yes, help yourself. I'm gonna make another batch.
Jarvis, do you ever worry about being out in a lightning storm?
No. Wanna
I
know
find
why?
it pleasant, rather.
Why?
So I make sure I'm not the tallest object in the area.
I mean, sometimes
Hey,
lightning
fuck
isn't
you,
fair, right?
man.
What about
Yeah,
water?
it doesn't always. It's just more likely that it hits the tallest.
There's a fucking riff in it. He just goes to make sure I'm not the tallest object in the area.
Hey, Hey. Hey now.
You're a
At
rock
least
star?
I'm not the dumbest object in the area. Gotcha,
Yeah.
Jarvis.
Yeah.
Yep.
No, it's
I'm
not
always the
Got it.
smartest guy in the room.
there's physics behind it.
Yeah,
There's-
Ed is the brains of this operation.
Yeah,
That
well-
has been established.
Fuck your physics. I ain't get struck by lightning yet. Checkmate,
I doubt. Also, I doubt you'll be
bitch.
lightning.
Checkmate, atheists.
Yeah, you like chess and shit. Yeah, fuck you.
Am I
Bitch ass
proficient in dragon?
motherfucker.
Am I proficient in chess?
So
I'm not.
apparently I fucked up. I
Huh?
just realized this. I'm gonna say this. It doesn't have to do with this. Anton, I think I told you that I gave one of them a reward for they drew a card from the deck of many things.
Oh fuck! What happened?
Well, they got
Oh.
the moon, and
Okay.
they decided to
Moon.
save it. They only got one wish, right? But Twister decided to use said wish, and I don't know whose game he just used it in, whether it was Yell's, Vex's, or Darius, but apparently they rolled for it because it wasn't a spell that was being cast. It was just wishing for something that was not a spell. And all 7 of the characters in the game now permanently are immune to slashing damage.
Oh my
Nani the
god.
fuck?
Cool.
Hey, see, now I
Balanced.
might have given the card, but I wasn't the one that allowed that to happen.
What?
So
What happened to be?
I don't know.
They even state for how long?
You said permanently.
Apparently permanently, according to Ryman, because he told me.
That's crazy.
Ryman told me, and then what makes it worse is Fresh hit me up, and then he goes, "You might be in deep shit because the other guys are pissed at you now." And I'm like, "Why? I wasn't the one that allowed that. It's Wish. You could have just said, sorry, gotta cast a spell with it. They're GMs too. It's not like they don't have power."
You also could easily twist it and by just making it immune for like a minute or a round.
I know. But yeah. Okay. So that
Give
aside,
them vulnerability to a different one, along with the.
see, now that would be funny, especially
Oh,
if
Give
it's
them
with
the
bludgeoning.
give them the invulnerability, and then give them vulnerability to something else.
See, but
Well,
that's
no.
balanced.
Is that a kind of
That
armor?
would only work if the thing doing it was an actual creature, not the card.
I'm gonna drop you, Dustin.
The card can monkey pod as well.
Yeah, the card is like, what if the
Dude,
card's
and
just a guy?
That's exactly what
Think
Vex
about it.
said when I gave them the card. He said, if you wish for anything that is not via a spell, it's gonna be a monkey's paw. And Yell agreed. It's Daru's game. Go figure. Daru's the one that goes, yeah, sorry, I'm not gonna monkey's paw it because probably some stupid excuse like he's tired or some shit. So
Well, good thing I'm headed to March and can monkey paw it.
yeah, please monkey paw it. All right, because I'm not taking the hit for that one. I warned them of the
No, no, no.
consequences.
It's because I've used the cards as well on people. I'm like, and none of them got wish. They got other crazy shit.
It was lucky draw on Twister's part. That could have been really bad, but it wasn't.
Yeah, he could have just lost his character completely, being
I-
sent to a void.
I'm genuinely surprised though. He got that card yesterday. That man does not know how to sit on things. He immediately used it the next day. I'd save that for something better, like a
Oh, I
friend
would have set
dying
it up
or
as
something.
I would have said like a special contingency thing with it.
Yeah, like oh, if a friend dies in front of me and like literally nothing can happen, cast resurrection. Fucking. But whatever.
I want to true
Sorry.
resurrect everyone who's ever lived.
No,
What?
not at all.
You even know the. I don't even think Wish can handle that.
Some men just want to watch the
Yeah.
world burn.
Yeah, you
No,
apparently
you
do.
need greater wish for that, Beck. You got to go into the epic level stuff.
Yeah. That's some Mr. bullshit you want to pull.
Mr. Beast.
Yeah, Mr. Bullshit. All right. So Sorry
Anyways,
about
Johnny Cakes.
that. Johnny
Classic.
Cakes. Yep.
Johnny.
So,
Granny's
You used to work
Granny
on the dock.
Smith's. Johnny used to work all the time. Yeah, fucking goddamn it.
Whoa,
Aaron, you went out for a bit. I saw. Say anything interesting?
Yeah, I went out to find out about the that festival Granny was the not Granny, but Walter's Granny was talking about.
You
Huh?
can call me Miss Smith if it's easier.
All right.
Yeah, I'm sorry. It was a slip of the tongue.
That's fun.
I'm fine with you calling me Granny. I'm just saying it's
Yeah,
whatever you want.
I went out to find out about that because I heard word from Thorin that he might be coming to town, and it's gonna get him signed up.
Gonna try out that song for him, or pass it along. I should say.
I think that might be more of a thing for Bruce's group because it really needs more than one person. I think
Why do you say that?
there's lots of overlap and sounds to it.
That's where I come in.
But yeah, then I don't know how long we're gonna be here anyway.
Well, you're all welcome to stay as long as you like, but there's plenty to do around here if you need work or something like that.
That's not an issue.
I mean,
Oh, I'm actually
there are
curious.
children dying in Austin that we have to take care of.
Oh my god!
Are
What?
children really still dying? Do you think they took care of the whatever it was?
Might be out of children at this point.
Yeah, they ran out of kids or the fucking. They maybe someone else just fucking killed the. Was it a spider thing?
It was spiders, yeah.
We may
Let
be
me
out
see
of
here. I
children
have my
at this
note.
point.
I have my note from him.
Never
Lurking in
follow
the
that
alleys of
better if they're
Austin,
behind it.
reports of large spiders stealing animals and small children.
All right. Well, how many alleys are left? Because they bombed Austin.
They
It's true.
What?
Plus, that man was rotting real fast in the other alley, from what I heard.
Man, all kinds of shit going on in alleys in
First of
Austin.
all, what about spiders?
I don't
Yeah,
even. I
giant-
didn't even
giant
know any of
spiders.
this. I didn't know about this shit. But they got a note for the spiders. But
No,
someone
It was my mission, so I could join the Hunters Alliance.
Okay.
And then Walter died, so
Right. Well, we've been gone for months, and there probably ain't no spiders no more.
there's either no spiders or no children. One of the two.
that or
Well, if they
both.
ran out of children, then how
What did
spiders
Granny
gonna eat?
Did Did you say or both?
Yeah, or both. Yes, you did.
I
It
mean,
could
once
be
all the
both, too,
children are
that's-
gone, the spiders
Yeah, you
starve
run
to
out of
death.
kids, then how the spiders
That's what
gonna
or
eat?
means. Or could be both.
They might have run out of
Not
children
an
to eat
exclusive
and
order.
started
Oh, wait, actually, you know
consuming
what?
each other.
We could see the Hunters Association here, and we could see how Austin's doing.
There is a gentleman that runs a little branch here. His name is William Arkwright. I've seen him around town before, but I'd be careful if I were you. He's a bit of an alcoholic.
I can
then we
handle
can
it.
perfectly go to
Yeah.
find it right now.
They say that bad gas travels fast in a small town, but uh, he makes it quite obvious. He quite literally walks around just drinking wine bottles all day.
All right, I can work with that.
Was
Yeah,
that bad gas?
Ed's a professional.
Ed, stop
That's the bad
farting.
gas.
I'm a high functioning alcoholic.
It was actually Callie.
Excuse me.
Right? Callie's actually Johnny Cake intolerant.
she's
My-
highly
my-
allergic to
But
molasses.
suffering the
My
consequences of
stomach doesn't feel great, but these
them
taste
pinto
so
beans.
good.
The pinto beans will fuck you up, man.
Yes.
Oh god, I feel another one coming.
Nope.
So,
Nope.
yeah,
You don't. You
y'all-
don't. You do not.
I fucking hate this. Stop it.
On his left planet.
So yeah, what you think, Walter? You think we can be here till Saturday and you can finally see Thorin that we've been talking about?
Oh yeah, I'm amazed that he's able to get here so fast from wherever he's been. I thought it was at New D'Anzaroo.
Yeah, he just sent word ahead that he's gonna be in the area.
Can Thorn rock a violin?
Well, he plays.
He seems like a real Renaissance man.
You know, he's not one that's told. That's not one of the ones he's told me about, but he plays a couple other stringed instruments, so maybe.
Alright. Anyways, okay. Also, just to get some clarification, we're going to Austin to meet up with our good old cleric buddy who is hopefully still there.
Didn't you say he was going to Glacier Break because the king of Glacier Break was?
Yeah, we go to Austin, take care of
Right.
something, and then we will meet him up in Glacier Break, which was the deal.
Right, so, okay, so we're going into a weird ass circle right now.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm saying we should go to Glacier Break first and then pick up Marcus and then deal with the spider things if they're still there. Because I don't even think the spider things are there anymore.
I mean, we can, like you said, we'll
I'm
go
getting
talk
worked
to the
up.
hunters. The hunters. So, well, y'all can. I'm not allowed. I'm not a member yet because I left this.
No, here's a question. So, California to Glacier Break?
It would be faster to go to Austin, take the train through Texas, and then up.
Is it
There ain't no trains around here.
Not through the Badlands, I wouldn't think.
There are trains, but they've since stopped running. I would say that it's common knowledge that I don't know when like the first railroad was actually finally completed to California, but I imagine by the time of the war that there was at least one or two, or some maybe just like local railroads within California that went up and down the state. I'm not 100% on that because I know like when you watch Hell on Wheels, that's all after the Civil War, but also things have progressed differently here. So if anything, I'd say like if there are any, yeah, they'd go through the Badlands and nobody goes through there because it is a incredibly dangerous and lawless area.
Yeah, those lines are bad. All
Like,
right.
even the marshals, like you notice most of the marshal bounties when you guys were there and like checking the board, any of them that were sending you to the Badlands were high tier bounties. There's multiple gangs in that area. So
how high tier?
Sounds
well,
awesome,
I
but scary.
think you guys should still have access to it, but there's a marshal bounties list that I had posted a while ago. It should be in your handouts.
I saw it.
Yeah. Like Diamond, which is their max tier. There's the Tanglin Sanguine Gang, which is in California. There's the Sons of Calyx, which are in the Badlands, and then there's the Violet Vaqueros, which are in the Texas-Mexico border
Crumbs
area.
the Kenku.
His name is Crumbs. Yes.
Excuse me.
Do not insult Crumbs.
Pref.
Crumbs will eat you.
Okay.
What the fuck?
All right. I guess that makes sense. I mean, we should also just check on. We're friends with the fucking president of Texas.
Jezebel Hot.
Would you say that you know him?
We do know him.
We do know him.
I do know him. I know him.
I know him.
I don't even make that joke anymore.
Because you haven't been Marcus, it's been great.
Yeah, I do.
It's been great.
Even when you were Marcus, you weren't Marcus.
Here's something that might tickle your biscuits.
Nugget and a biscuit, nugget and a biscuit. Yeah, Callie is just still eating these.
There's the Tanglin Sanguine Gang.
Titan Blood.
It's Diamond tier, and they're here in California.
Yeah, I could fuck up some.
Oh, you don't want to mess with the Tanglin Sanguine.
Why's that?
They're quite dangerous in Southern California.
how we actually got started here as spirit chasers is we took down the Splinter Gang in Valentine.
Oh, well, I don't know much about the Splinter Gang, but the Tanglin Sanguine, they're all vampires.
Well, we have dealt with vampires too, but are you telling us that we're probably chump change compared to them?
I mean, y'all dealt with the vampire, but well, it wasn't no.
Plural. I
Yeah,
don't
it wasn't a
it's,
gang of them.
I don't think
it's
we
a
could take
large
on
gang.
a gang of vampires.
A gaggle of vampires, a
Gaggle
gang.
of
A
vampires.
Do
haunting.
you know how
Haunting
large
of
the gang
vampires.
is, Mrs. S?
Oh, I don't keep up to date on those things, but I imagine they could tell you at the marshal's office.
I think I might look into that.
Was it the darndest thing?
It's pretty darned.
Could be
Ain't the
darned.
darndest, but it's up there.
You need your
It's a
socks
darnder.
darned?
It's among the darnder of things.
In between darned and dist.
Oh, and Bruce, remind me to tell you later. There was something else I found out about that you might be interested in.
All right. Yeah. Whenever you want to tell me.
All right, so
Be a
we
way to
want to
get
visit.
that glory you were talking about.
Oh, okay. Now I'm interested. More so than I was before. I feel like that's something he'd say in response to that.
Sure.
I try my best.
All right, so Hunters Association, Marshals, and get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, I probably won't go. Well,
Well, there's a we gotta go to the concert for Thorin.
that's Saturday.
Oh shit, Thorin's here?
It's gonna be apparently.
Yeah, he's getting in
Whoa!
soon.
That's so cool. Thorin Oakenshield, man.
I'm excited. I can't wait to actually see Thorin for the first time.
Yeah, it's real fun.
Brothers,
Do you think I'd be able to actually meet him, Aaron?
I mean, I'd imagine. I mean, I'm kind of his agent.
You're kind of
Kind of his agent.
I'm his tour manager. No, I'm not.
You do some good bodyguard work for him.
Yeah. Yeah, Thorin Oakenshield's a great guy. One of those, like, you're like, don't meet your heroes, because then you like meet some famous actor and they turn out to be an asshole, but then Thorin's actually like real nice to people.
You still don't want to meet him though.
Well, I mean, that's one of those, okay, actually this time meet your heroes,
Yeah.
But that doesn't make a
don't-
good, like, quote.
I don't think Callie or Sinners met him either, but
As far as I know, I'm not.
As she says with a mouthful of food. Oh, no. Bro, she's probably down like.
That's probably all your
I don't know.
calories
She's
for the
ate
day. How much
twice
do you
her body
eat?
weight.
She
Callie-
definitely has. She's definitely eaten like 9 or 10 of these.
I mean that tracks for a halfling.
Second, third, fourth, and fifth breakfast.
What about second breakfast?
What about 10th?
11s, 12s.
Sorry, I had to chew my food. No, I've never gone to a concert.
You've never gone to any concert.
Any concert.
I mean, like I've gone to concerts. I used to be like kind of wild when I was younger.
Oh, you,
But-
you go to any Infernal Core shows? That's where they throw the fuck down.
she smiles. Back before I used to work for the AG, yeah.
Alright, we're gonna make some shit happen.
No, but who's this Thorin Oakenshield?
Some guy that these guys know.
He's this new up and coming singer.
What
Yeah, he's
song?
blowing
His
the
name
fuck
big
up.
yeah, made his name big in Glacier Break and New Nianzuru.
What songs does he sing?
You know, like dwarven banger anthems. You know.
Some dwarven ones, some not dwarven ones.
It wouldn't happen to be
his most
Diggy Piggy Hole, would it?
Yeah, that's actually his most popular one. You
That's
heard
the
it?
one.
Oh my god, I've been wondering who sang that song.
I want to kill them for it.
Brothers of the mind, rejoice, swing.
Oh, don't
swing,
spoil the
swing.
song for me. I haven't heard it yet.
Yeah, he's never heard the song.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's just so catchy.
Fucking hate it.
Yeah, Walter, you ever seen someone play two instruments and sing at the same time? Because
Uh,
that's Thorin.
Wow.
Somewhere a human paladin is like, fuck that guy.
Sounds quite amazing.
Then some girl out there saying, fuck that guy.
Oh, fuck that guy.
Oh.
Anyways,
It is confirmed that Thorin has at least one groupie.
Foreign groupie confirmed.
Back in Glacier Break.
That is true.
What
was
would they be called?
the-
Groupies?
Oh, what was the Thorin groupie? You mean the guy that I alluded may or may not be from Middle Earth?
Oh no, I was talking about the chick that came and got the autograph.
Oh yeah, you're right.
And
that
then
was
Ed
chick
went
that
with her
came in.
friend.
Oh, it was the
The
tiefling,
tiefling.
Goliath.
Yeah, the
Tiefling
Goliath.
The tiefling.
and the Goliath. Yeah.
Yeah, the Goliath went with that. The tiefling chick. Yeah, she's into infernal core. Yeah,
Love it.
infernal core.
Important genre.
Crap, who's the one who said Infernal Core?
That's me, baby. Well, that was a thing.
Yeah, it was like
That was that became a thing before you joined.
Gotcha.
And the Infernal Core is now canon.
Yeah, I don't remember if it was your eye that said it. It was probably you that said it. I was like trying to think of like a thing, and then you were like,
No,
"Ah,
I think that was you. I'm pretty sure that was you.
was it actually me?
Pretty sure.
No fucking way! I came up with something
Actually,
that
no,
good.
that falls under D&D quotes.
Nah.
Infernal
Well,
Core.
Infernal.
we'd
core.
have to go back and check, but I think that was you.
It wasn't Banana Man.
Anyone of the way, waddle.
And then like because like you can't just call them all core, so like Abyssal would have to be like Abyssal style or something like that, like it's
I
hard
think
style.
Abyss Core would be hilarious.
Abyss. Well, you could have a lot of cores. Yeah, Abyssal Core. It's like harsh noise.
Yeah, it's really harsh. It's way harsher than
It's the kind of shit you just sit down and endure.
Yeah, you endure it because there's like literally no words. It's just a lot of angry screaming. There's no lyrics. It's just
Nothing but like
Abyss Core would be literally incomprehensible.
drums, electric guitar, and screaming.
That's the kind of shit I listen to now. A lot of spoken word, a lot of drone. I want to go back to recommending music. Yeah, let's do that.
yeah. I've missed your
Yeah,
recommendation.
dude,
Yeah,
I'm
good.
about to say, I always get the notifications. If you
Yeah,
drop
I'll start posting some Abyssal Core now.
Very good.
Thank you.
Honestly, where would we be without you? Probably in a ditch.
No, I need new music for my drive to work.
Okay. I'll get back to it.
You want a
I'll get back to it.
recommendation?
I'll get back to it.
Listen to this fucking. Hold on. I'm gonna post one myself.
Ooh.
They're like
Where is
a
it? Predictive
time bomb
programming is the
ticking
new one.
away.
Yeah, try that one. My buddy Andrew showed that to me, and I was like, "Holy shit!" He's like, he thinks it's the hardest thing of like this year.
The hardest.
It's pretty good though. I mean, there's probably harder shit out there, but I fucked with it.
Diggy hole.
Alrighty, so you guys are heading to the hunters or the marshals?
Oh, they're kind of right there.
First, Marshall second.
Okay.
Alright.
Alrighty,
Thought I
I'll just
said
say, it takes like I don't know, takes about a few. You eventually
Quite a few.
make your way over to the marshal's headquarters. Sorry, not Marshall's. Hunter's headquarters. Well, it's more of a branch. It's not really a headquarters per se. It's not nearly as big as the actual headquarters in Austin. It's a decent building. There's it's kind of like that sort of like tavern-esque deal to it with like a bounty board. There's like rooms upstairs for rent. You come inside. There's a couple of like interesting looking individuals hanging around, but no like major groups. It seems like a lot of like solo work. And you see a guy sitting like all the way at the end of the bar in a semi-dark corner. And actually, hold on. Let me post Aragorn. No, it's not. It's not Aragorn. I'm just gonna pop another one of these real quick so I give you a little jump scare. You see this individual sitting in the back
See
there.
Peter?
Oh man.
No. And he's just like, he's not even like drinking wine, like pouring it into a wine glass. He just has like a whole like like fucking wine bottle. And he's just drinking from it like that.
No, that's advertised.
Through the bag.
As advertised. The bartender appears to be, let's go with something less stereotypical. The bartender's a tiefling.
Oh.
A blue-skinned tiefling with particularly not as
My
like
name is
pronounced
Jester.
horns. No, it's not Jester. It's not the same shade of blue. It's a different shade.
Obviously.
50 Shades of Blue.
God.
Yeah, 50 Shades of Blue, and not as pronounced horns, like just very like little, almost like Hellboy, like when he shaves them, except like they're only coming off just a teeny little bit to a point. And he looks over at you and he's just like, what can I do for you?
Finally, California.
Bartender talking.
Yeah, it is.
I think we're looking for that guy.
No way. You're not looking for Bill.
Can someone correct me? Aren't we looking for Bill?
Yeah, I think we're looking for. Well, I'll get a beer while I'm here. Shit.
Totally.
I thought we were just looking for whoever was in charge of this one.
Yeah.
And the dude will just start pouring you a beer from the tap, and then he'll just like slide it towards you. Yeah, that's Bill. I mean, if
So
that's who you
Bill-
want to talk to, he's in charge here, I guess. I mean, like, I'm in charge of the bar, but Bill's in charge of the building. That's why we call him Building Bill.
Is that why they call it a building?
Whoa.
I think
Is he
so.
in charge of all of them?
Probably.
That's a lot.
We
hire
invent
you
the building.
If I had that kind of responsibility, I'd be drinking a lot too.
What?
hire
Like,
you.
I invented the building.
No, officer. It's hi, how are you?
I'm not a cop.
Happy 420.
No,
That's what
officer. I
Allmarks
was
say.
just having
No,
some.
no. If he was a cop, he'd have to tell you. If you asked.
I was just drinking
Oh,
some
you're
dinner
right.
with my wine.
I was drinking some dinner with my wife. Yeah, he's just, I guess so. All right. Well, you're cool for now, bro. You want something to drink?
I'll take something.
I'll take another beer.
Cool.
I'll take
He'll
your
pour.
strongest.
He'll pour another beer for you, Ed, and he'll like reach up towards the top shelf and pull down what looks to be tequila, and he'll pour you a shot, slide it on over.
I'm a member, but my badge is on my corpse in Austin.
Oh, dude, I forgot to ask for badges before I gave the free drinks.
Wait, free?
I'll show him my badge. Yeah, this Walter. Yeah, Walter. I can vouch for Walter. Walter died, and
Everyone left
We
my
didn't-
stuff behind.
well, we
that
didn't loot your
happens.
corpse, asshole. We didn't take your
Shut
shit, so his shit's still over there.
Yeah, I'll pay you,
Assuming it hasn't been pillaged.
but because I'm
Fair.
I'm still like trying to become a member. That's kind of why we're
Okay.
here. So I'll
Um,
whatever you say, it's I owe you.
don't worry about it, bro. I forgot already.
We're all buds.
You guys are all good. I've seen the badges. Yeah, if you can get Bill to stop staring at the bottom of the bottle, he could probably help you with whatever you want. But we got a bounty board over there. If you guys are members, you know what you're doing.
All right.
We don't have as
well,
much fancy shit as the Austin office, but it gets the job done.
Yeah, I didn't notice you guys were chill like that, man. Total
Jarvis is
chiller,
approaching Bill.
chiller right here.
Very well. You approach Bill. Bill.
Hello.
Bill will
I'm glad the clerk is narrating this interaction.
finish downing his bottle of wine and literally just slam it on the counter, and then almost like a cat, slowly push it until like with one finger until it just falls to the ground on the other side. It doesn't shatter though, and then he just goes, "I want another one." Yeah, got you, Bill. Bill, the building guy. And then he just like grabs another bottle of wine and uncorks it and brings it over to him.
Mr. Bill, is it?
The name's William.
William.
Bill for short, sure.
How long have you been drinking?
In
First of all.
years?
I mean, let me rephrase that. How long has your binge been?
Binge.
Yes.
This is a regular Tuesday for me.
Right. All right.
So, what do you
Oh,
want?
gee. Well, first of all, I prefer to talk to someone that's sauce, so I'm just gonna put my hand down your like so.
Don't touch me. And he'll stand up and like kind of like grab your arm just below the wrist, and you
And
feel
other
like
arm
a
comes
very
up with
tight
the
grip.
actual tool used for casting.
Oh no! You
As I
baited him.
do less restoration.
Very
Oh,
well.
no.
I would say as like this guy stands up and you kind of get like a better look at him. He's pretty sturdy, but he's got like a wiry build. And if you can't tell from the image because it's black and white, he's got like a really mean and deep scar going down his left cheek. It looks like it was like a through and through, and it's only like barely healed and held in place. Yeah, that's the truth.
You, kid. You ruined my buzz that I had going
Yeah,
for 14
now you
years.
have a hangover.
You so
That's a
hangover.
long buzz. Holy crap.
so you sober him up, and he just goes, "Who the fuck told you to do that?"
No one. I would just like to be able to talk to you while you're conscious of what's happening around you.
Piss. Take the bottle back, and he hands it towards the bartender. The dude goes, Bill. And then
Welcome back.
Welcome
back, bro. It's been a couple of weeks.
It's been 14 years.
Shut up.
14-year
All right.
buzz.
Fine. I'm sober. What do you want? What's so
I'm-
pressing that you needed to sober me up for?
Well, for one thing, it may require a bit of jogging of memory, but apparently there was a job in Glacier Break, not Glacier Break, in Austin involving spiders. My compatriots were wondering if that was still going on or if it's been resolved.
Hold on. He'll reach into his satchel and he'll pull out a book. and he'll put it down on the table. It's very like rather thickly leather, thick leather-bound tome, and he starts kind of like going through pages until he gets like about midway through the book, turns to it looks to be around like the same time that you would have picked it up date-wise, which I don't know that off the top of my head, obviously, because you know.
Whenever
But
Walter died.
about like two like pages after that, there seems to be like, and you've noticed it as he's been going through it, like there's letters that they seem to have like arrived from the home office, and then he'll have them like in between each of the pages, and then like you'll see if certain ones have been crossed off and like little margins in the header like this one was taken care of by so and so. And he gets down to the page and he just kind of like eventually goes and taps it and he's like, right, an adventuring group known as the Bulwark took care of it.
All right.
All right, at least there's not kids immediately dying.
After the attack, they assumed that people would be more concerned with rebuilding and assisting friends and family, so they were the only available ones, so they just dispatched them to it to handle it. They figured more people would go missing with collapsed buildings and the like, or at least that's what the letter said. Yep.
I'm trying to remember. Have we met the Bulwark?
You have.
Yes.
Those are
Actually-
the guys.
Those were you met a couple of them actually. Make a history check. I'm trying to see.
Uh-oh.
Walter.
I'm pretty sure because I remember you talking about him.
I talked about it, but I don't think you were because you were never there in Austin with them. Walter, Ed, and
It was Marcus who was there.
Marcus. Bruce was there.
Bruce.
I'll roll one for Bruce. See if Bruce remembers.
Seems about right.
Definitely remembers. Bruce goes, yeah, weren't those the guys that Rita stole bacon from and pissed them off?
Oh shit.
I don't know.
Yeah,
why
I mean
she
they
did
seemed all right.
Yeah, she like got on the one guy's nerves, but then everybody kind of like settled things and yeah, they what were their names again? And then like he's kind of like stops the thing for a second and oh, I definitely have them here. Hold on, give me a second. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? I know I have it. I know I have it. Ah, there we go. The Bulwark. Yeah. Tirana, Hosea, and Cole. Those were the three that we met.
They seemed like they could. I mean, they were hanging around the Hunter Association. I feel like they can handle a bunch of spiders. So sure.
All right.
It says here the job was handled and there weren't any additional casualties, so
So Aaron, that means we got to find another job for you.
Or yeah, as long as I'm not like wanted for having to come help Walter and not doing that.
yeah, you took a contract and you didn't complete it.
Something came up that prevented him from doing so.
One of my compatriots died, and I
Hello.
had to help with getting them back.
Understandable. It happens sometimes. All right. Well, do you have the original?
I have the note I was given. It was my like induction task, so not really a full contract, like off the
Okay.
board.
All right. I can issue you a new mission if you'd like to.
Yeah, if you would, I might be able to help you get back on your buzz as well. That my friend interrupted.
Hold on to that, please, because I have some words about that afterwards.
There's this program called Alcoholics Anonymous.
No, Jarvis does have some wise words he can put into this.
Is Jarvis
There's
the first actual buzzkill?
Yes.
Just the first
Fuck off.
Fables foretold.
It was foretold. It's the
that one
prophecy.
day the first ever buzzkill would arrive. Hold on, because I got a thing right here. Give me a second.
The Great
First of all, I
Californian
can't be the
prophecy.
first.
Yeah, I got a job for you. Couple days out. Couple days ride east. Just before the Badlands, so you don't have to worry about getting into too dangerous territory. There's a small sort of border town by the name of let's call it
Border town.
no, I'm not gonna be that stupid. It's called
Last hope.
no, here's my obligatory Better Call Saul reference. It's called Mesa Verde.
Green table.
They've been having trouble with a basilisk.
What's that?
It's a particularly mean lizard, but if you look it in the eyes, you can get turned to stone.
I like Medusa.
I don't like the sound of that
Right.
thing.
It's a bit challenging for your first go around, but you seem strong enough, and you've got a couple members with you already, so I think you'll be all right. Are any of the rest of you members of the association?
I
Yep.
am, but my badge is with my corpse in Austin.
Yeah, we went over that. I'm a member.
Okay.
I believe this man's
Any of
badge
you
is
not
alive.
members?
Bruce is also a member, I believe.
Sorry, yeah,
Center
Bruce is a
and
member.
Callie aren't members.
Center,
And Jarvis.
Callie, and Jarvis.
I could add your names onto this, and if you complete it, you'll be issued badges. You'll just have to show them my signature once I've confirmed that the job is complete back at the home office, and they'll give you badges.
Right. Also, there was something that you may be able to answer. Because since we're in the area, as I go back to the bounties.
That would be the marshals.
Yeah,
Not
that's
the hunters.
marshals.
Yeah, we're gonna visit the marshals next.
Ah.
They're like 2 blocks away.
Yeah, about a few.
Got a few.
About a few.
Million.
Oh, how's Austin doing?
I get monthly updates from the home office. From what I could tell, the city's on the mend. Things seem to be all right. There's been no further attacks for the time being, but they're keeping their eyes on things.
And do you know if Lady Arabella's okay?
I think she's fine. Considering she's the one that writes the letters, and he kind of like turns the most recent one towards you, and you see, I don't know if you've ever seen her handwriting before, but it's very like elegant, but also like simultaneously like flowery, if that makes sense. And the letter smells faintly of her perfume.
Kind of. Huh. Okay. Yeah. That's good.
I take it you're
Walter
another one of
puts his
her
Walter puts his
admirers?
hand on Ed's bicep. I guess he would do it with his shoulder, but he can't reach.
It's okay.
Too bulky.
It's okay. But yeah, if you can get that one done, I can have you all signed up. Easy peasy.
You say a few days east of here. How many is a few days?
About a few.
I was gonna say that. About 3 days.
So we missed the concert if we go right now.
That's true.
Want to stick around for a bit?
Good?
Actually, no.
They're,
A few
they're
is
pretty
too.
good.
I'll wreck on it. 2 days.
We
I think
we
you
have
might.
two.
You might miss
It's
it
Thursday,
anyway.
so Saturday
Yeah.
would be 2.
Yeah, you'd miss it either way. Never mind. So yeah, 3 days. I'll say 3 days. It's about 3 days. I mean, it's about the closest thing I've got around these parts. There's less work for the association in California, at least. The bigger problem's the gangs, and that's all the marshals that handle that. We don't get mixed up in each other's business. But sometimes their business is bad for our business, or vice versa.
Poaches.
Poachers can be a problem.
Poachers.
So, if there's nothing else I can help you with, I'm gonna go back to drinking.
About that, whatever you're drinking from, not gonna help. It never helps.
You think I
No
know
matter,
that?
no matter the pain you feel, never goes away. I should know. As you see, rub his arm, then kind of scratches the head of Robot Zeus.
Yeah,
That
you see him
pain,
kind of like rub his chin, but his thumb just keep kind of like tracing the long, deep cut in his cheek.
it's better to make up for it and learn from it, rather than trying to dull the senses and memories of it.
Mm. Well, I appreciate the advice, but
Did I bloody ask for it?
Yeah. I think you're preaching to the choir here, my
I
boy.
didn't rightfully ask. So I'm gonna keep doing what I do.
Yeah, Jarvis, you basically told a man who's in rain without an umbrella that he should have an umbrella.
And he'll just kind of snap his fingers and he's like, "Boy, give me that demon drink."
Demon drink.
The tequila.
Proceeds to transform and turn into a boss fight.
Oh no,
No,
it's 9 steps.
Yeah. He was drinking the 9 steps all along.
Yeah, but you know what? You know what? Since you're sober enough to enjoy it, I'm gonna give you some of that good shit, and I'll pour him a glass of the apples of Yincade from my
Ooh.
cask.
He'll like, all right, he'll put the wine aside. And I'll take that.
Is the 9 steps wine?
No. The 9
No,
steps is a
no.
mixed drink.
Yeah, it's a mixture. Yeah,
A wine made in 9 steps.
this is good. This is really good. It's a shame I stopped drinking to like it. This is.
Oh, he stopped drinking. Okay, I know what to give this man.
Another.
Anyway, yeah, thought you'd like it.
Thank you.
Aaron, didn't you say you had a thing for him?
I did, but I don't anymore. I seem to have misplaced it.
Well, tell you
Before
what.
you go. Oh, sorry.
Well, I drink because I like getting drunk. So there's that.
I drink because I'm a dwarf now.
That sounds
I just
slightly
do it.
racist.
I'm there with Ed.
Oh, well, it's true.
Look. If you're ever out there, you know, taking care of contracts for the association, You all seem capable, so I guess I'll extend this to you. If you ever encounter a green hag by the name of Morwena, and he kind of like indicates the scar on his face, and say hello to her for me. I might have a little
Morwena.
something special for you guys.
What was his name again?
Morwena.
Morwena the Green Hag.
Morwena the Green Hag.
I was expecting to get stabbed as he says that.
Bill
He's an interesting
sends his
looking guy.
regards.
Bill sends his regards. Yeah, he goes, tell her. Well, she'll know. Bill Arkwright sent you.
Morwena the Green Hag is a bitch. Got that.
Good notes.
I reckon.
Fabulous notes.
I reckon.
So let me
You
ask, because we
reckon?
got like 6 minutes here. Do you want to do the Marshalls thing real quick, or do you want me to call it? It's up to y'all.
I don't care. I'm down with whatevs.
Let's call it.
Let's call
Yeah, we
it.
could probably call it. Marshall's realistically would probably take a bit.
Yeah.
Okay. Alrighty, so we'll call it there. So you're all gonna hate me.
Oh no.
No session next week.
No!
Next
like
week and the
simulation.
week after, the only days available for me to grab to be able to actually get a decent paycheck are Thursday nights into Friday nights. So
Man, well,
it sucks though because I fucked up, which I can't cancel on it now. I've probably
okay.
said this before. They put it on the thing as Friday, so that makes me think I'm going in Friday night into Saturday, because that's
me
how
guess.
my old job did it. It's Thursday night
Oh.
to Friday morning.
I
Thursday.
see.
So,
If-
so the next time we will meet will be May 4th. May the 4th be with you.
May the
May the
4th be with
4th
you.
be with
And
you.
also with
And
you.
remember,
And also,
the 5th.
thank you. Thank you.
The 5th is Arena.
Yes, the 5th is Arena, which Tom
May the
is going to do.
Revenge of the 5th.
Revenge of
Darth
the 5th.
Vader is coming in his
Um,
pants.
Maybe I can make it this time.
Too late.
so
I don't even
if you're
think you can call his pants anymore. That's the thing.
if you're free and willing, hopefully, you guys can attend the arena. It's ready. Yeah, you already came.
And
For the foreseeable future after that, though, because I have the schedule up until essentially the end of May. I'm not working a Thursday, so like we'll be golden in terms of that. So
I will be
Let's
canceling my
go.
subscription.
but
So Morwena, Green Hag, kill order.
She a bitch.
Gentlemen, have a good night.
I bid thee
Hey, you too,
adieu.
bud.
I have Picard to watch, and then I'm setting up my new
Night.
computer.
Bro,